WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
85% of the world's working. The other 15 come out here.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. That's not true. So get your facts straight.
What else do you want to know?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. We sucked.
We talking about practice.
If you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time,
Chris?
What's my opinion of Klingler's performance? What the you think is my opinion of it?
This is the Dan Dakich Show on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Hey, good afternoon. I hope you're having a great one. What a day, huh? I'm so tired of rain, but the outlook for the weekend is fantastic, so that is good. As we head to the greatest spectacle in racing, speaking of that, Kevin Lee is going to join us, and I love having K. Lee on. He knows more about the track, and again, you can listen to Kevin Lee tonight. Trackside with Kevin and Kevin coming up right here at 7 o'clock. Beyond the Bricks after that. Mavs Warriors Game 5 after that. And, so we got a monster right here. Our monster is going to include a lot of audio. Last night, the Indiana coaches, it's the most ridiculous thing ever, truly. I mean, they go down to appease this one guy, and everybody giggles, and they go to Hubler's farm, and for whatever the hell the reason. I don't know the reason. I have no idea the reason, but they do. So, yay, Rod, go fight, win. Anyway, Indiana coaches were down at Hubler Farm. Indiana coaches Woodson and Tom Allen. See, I tell you this, there's nothing worse. I swear to you, there's nothing worse than when you get your ass kicked, right? You get your ass kicked and you got to go do public things. It's great when you're winning something. It's great. Like if you're Woodson and everybody thinks that, everybody thinks that you're, going. It's awesome. But, anyway. It's great. Like, oh, well. But the truth of the matter is when you don't win a game in the Big Ten and you have got to go in front of a group, it ain't no fun. But Tom Allen handled it typical of Tom Allen. He handled it very, very well. So there you go. All right, let's talk about, there's a lot of things that Mike Woodson said. Let's get into them. Eddie is at the controls, and at 12:15, I am demanding that Eddie come on air and give us his bet. And the bet is this. The bet is Cubs, Reds, 12:35 start. I don't care what Eddie does. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I care about this. I care about winning money, and today I want to winning money. I want to win money. All right, let's go through it. Mike Woodson talking about Trace Jackson Davis and what he expects from Trace Jackson Davis.
He's got a lot that he's got to bring to the table next season, and I'm not going to put added pressure on him. And, this past season, it wasn't like we didn't tell him to shoot the basketball, but he's got to shoot the ball. I mean, and feel good about shooting them. And he's going to make some, and he's going to miss some. I mean, hell, I missed a lot of shots in my career, and I made a lot of them. But it's a part of the game, and I just got to somehow get him over the hump and make him understand it's okay when guys are playing off of you to shoot the 15 to 17, 18-foot shot and knock it down. So.
Now, ain't wrong about that. I mean, look, and this isn't just for Trace Jackson Davis. This is for Indiana basketball. I mean, really, in the modern world, look, if you're going to ask me late in the game, who do I want? Trace Jackson Davis shooting a jump shot or Trace Jackson Davis on the block? I'll take Trace Jackson Davis on the block. A couple years ago, Indiana was in a dogfight with, I think it was Wisconsin. And it ended up being Race Thompson shooting the ball on the left baseline. And all the little clowns that try to be coaches put video out. Oh, what a great shot. No, what they don't understand is Race Thompson does not like pressure. Race Thompson doesn't really like basketball, at least what I'm being told. He's playing because of the NIL money. Trace Jackson Davis, a little different. Trace Jackson Davis, he's a guy that is playing not only for his position in the NBA, but he's playing for legacy. I mean, let's be real here. He could join A.J. Guyton as guys that never won nothing. and had big numbers, and that's great. He also, Mike Woodson talked about potentially adding a game. Eddie, let's go to C there. Mike Woodson adding a game against Louisville.
I've had the opportunity to talk to Kenny and their AD, and he promised me something in 2 years. Once Kenny got up and going, that we could possibly get a game with Louisville in a couple of years, which I'll take that all day long, because I know it'll be a competitive game, and our Indiana fans kind of like playing Kentucky fans anyways.
Yeah, he's not wrong about that. The Louisville game is good, but he also, Mike Woodson he talked about trying to get the Kentucky series going. And when Woody and I talked way back, he told me what a friend he was of John Calipari, and he talks about it now.
The Kentucky game is something that I got to go back to the table with Cal. He and I have addressed it, early on when I got the job. But I'm not going to let it die. I'm going to stay on his heels about trying to get the Kentucky-Indiana series back on the table, man, because I just think, over the years, man, that was a hell of a game, going to Lexington and them coming down to Bloomington. So, and it might not be Bloomington, Lexington, I don't know. But however way we can get it done, I'll take it. So we just got to figure that part of it out.
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, look, whether it's Rupp Arena and Assembly Hall, or whether it's, and again, here's the, when you deal with this game, you got to understand, right? You got to understand that idiots that are Kentucky fans are going to tell us all how we, Indiana people, need the Kentucky game more than Kentucky needs. Just shut up. I mean, look, Kentucky is no longer nationally relevant. They need to move on to being nationally relevant. They are a team that, for the last couple of years, has been okay. It does not take long to not be nationally relevant. But I do like this, and I do agree with Faithful Pasture on our YouTube chat. Kentucky, Indiana played the second week, or whenever they played in December. It is a national game. It is a national big game. And, at the end of the day, I think it needs to be played, and I would love for it to be played on campus. But here's the deal in college basketball. College basketball coaches are really stupid. You know what I mean? Really stupid. Like, they are so into themselves that they don't see a bigger picture. And I think Mike Woodson does. I think Mike Woodson sees a bigger picture. See, you need games on campuses. You just do. Krzyzewski started this whole thing, and, great. I guarantee if I had Krzyzewski's schedule, I'd be in the Hall of Fame too. I mean, look, let's be honest. Krzyzewski never played road games unless the ACC Big Ten tournament. I like the fact that Mike Woodson's like, hey, yeah, let's go play on national TV. Let's go play Kentucky. That's it. Now, guys are going to make idiot things. Guys are going to make idiot comments. Oh, playing at IU gets you on TikTok. Yes, it does if somebody steps on your ankle. And you could be a part of a little Miller Cup or Cooper Cup or whatever the hell that clown's name is. You could get him to do a TikTok on you, and that would be all good. But I am so into that. Like, I love college basketball, but I'm not going to lie. I think it's very dull that all the biggest games are not on college campuses. I think it's idiotic. I do. I'm sorry, and you may disagree, and that's fine, but there is just something different. I mean, there is absolutely something different about this. There's something different about a freaking college big game in Assembly Hall or in Rupp Arena or in wherever the hell, Yum Center or Mackey. I don't care. There's just something about it. It's why the NBA playoffs are better than the NCAA tournament. Like, yeah, I like both. I think both are great, but I've said forever, and I'll keep saying forever. In my world, the NCAA tournament is great. In my world, it is not as great as the of the NBA playoffs, because frankly, the NBA playoffs, I don't know, the home crowd makes it completely and totally different. Totally different. So, Tom Allen was also at Hubler's Farm. Now, let's go to B. I don't care what position group is the strongest. Tom talked about that. I don't care about that. I want to know where his emphasis was put on this offseason.
Big emphasis has been placed on the offensive line. I mean, they got to continue to get better. We know that. But I've really been encouraged by Matt Bedford's leadership growth and physical growth, and same with Luke Haggard and Zach Carpenter, three guys that stuck out to me this offseason that needed to. The challenge has been put out to them, and they've responded.
Well, Indiana has had very good offensive lines. They have. But, I don't understand how you can be such, I don't know. I just thought there was a lack of pride there last year in Indiana football. They quit by the end of the year. You knew going in to Ross H. Stadium, they're going to get their ass beat. And I had a chance to talk to Tom Allen at an IU game. We were just kind of standing there at halftime underneath having a chat. And I think the guy's great. I do now. And now you got to rebuild it. You do. I'm sorry. You just have to rebuild it. There is also talk in the Big Ten and across college football of the elimination of divisions. Divisions were a big thing. Now the elimination of divisions is a big thing. Tom Allen, D there, Eddie, on scheduling if the Big Ten eliminates divisions.
I think the most sensible thing to do with the size of our conference is to maybe have a couple that you play all the time, to kind of be able to uphold the rivalries. That's a big deal for our conference. There's a lot of really strong rivalries that you want to see continue. And then to be able to just have a rotating schedule to where if a young man comes to play for Indiana, in the course of his career, he will be able to go to every single stadium and play at all those places. There's places we still haven't played at, since I've been here, So I just think that the bottom line is that you just still have an equitable schedule that they can, and they've given some samples out to us, and for us to be able to see what that would look like and to our administration.
Yeah, if I'm Indiana, I want no part of the division they're in. Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State. Come on. Indiana doesn't need that. If I'm Indiana, if I'm Scott Dolson, I am rallying hard for one of two things. One, put us in the West. Or two, I don't want divisions because I don't want. Hey, look, you got historical programs. You can make the argument that other than whatever SEC East is, I guess it's the hardest division. It really is. It is. Now, a lot of people are going back and forth with me about the NBA playoff. Steve Conyer is saying the NBA playoffs have been horrendous to watch. 20-point blowouts. See, I disagree. I think they've been fascinating to watch. But last night in the third quarter, the Boston Celtics just said, "No, we're done with you." And Eric Spoelstra, after the beatdown last night, Spoelstra had this to say.
There's guys that are far from 100% on both sides, and that's why this is, just intense competition. It's playoff basketball. Even as poorly as we played offensively, we still were able to compete defensively and hold them under 100 for the most part this season. When we've been able to keep teams under 100, we've been extremely successful. Sometimes that just happens, I would say for 3/4 of the game, or at least close to 3/4 of the game, I really liked a lot of the execution and the looks we were getting.
Yeah, good for you. That's great. You got your ass kicked. I mean, and, Spoelstra knows that. Spoelstra, this ain't his first go-ahead. All right, go around, excuse me. Now, here's the deal. Look, I tell you this all the time. It's a make-or-miss world. Let me go through some things for you. Last night, the Miami Heat shot 7 of 45 from the three-point line. 7 of 45. All right? Now, 7 of 45 included 1 for 5 P.J. Tucker, 1 for 5 Jimmy Butler. Oh, now the guards. Listen to this guard play of Lowry and Struss. 0 for 15 from the field total. 0 for 12 from the three-point line. They scored a total of 4 points. 4 points. So now off the bench, some dude named Caleb Martin, who's from Nevada, he went 1 for 3. When I turned my TV on, he was shooting. And some dude from Cal Santa Barbara, Gabe Vincent, was shooting. He was 1 for 7. Oladipo, 0 for 3. This is all from the three-point line. So you got, and then Duncan Robinson. Why are guys shooting other than Duncan Robinson? I've told you this forever. When you go outside what's the right word? When you go outside of your saran wrap, you get saran wrapped when you're this time of year. You just do. you get like encompassed in your, and when you go outside of it and all of a sudden you don't have Duncan Robinson shooting, all of a sudden you're piecemealing this together, you got a problem. So here's what Kyle Lowry, who at one point in this world was the 6th highest paid player in the NBA, and Kyle Lowry got himself a ring, so we love that. But let's hear from Kyle Lowry, Eddie.
We got to make shots, we do, but we also got to trust the pass. I think we get away from that at times.
Yeah.
And hit the open guy, because there is 3, 4, 5 people in the paint at a time, whether it be us and them. So we just got to trust the pass, knowing that whenever we get in there and kick it out, we're going to make the shot.
Yeah, see, I like that. Yeah, I agree with that. They were shooting the ball fairly quick, man. They were shooting the ball really quick, if you want to know. I mean, they were shooting it too quick. And they got their ass beat. They did. A lot of people say it's bad basketball. I like watching it. Ime Udoka is the coach. He's doing a great job, by the way. Remember, Brad Stevens was bumped up, right? And Brad Stevens, I guess, that's bumped up. I think what happened was, the new player, after all of the social unrest, don't want to listen to some white dude that had never coached. I mean, that's what I'm being told. Now, that could be wrong, but that's what I was told. And so Brad, Danny Ainge made a great deal. Brad is up in the front office, and Udoka is the coach, and he's doing a great job. Let's hear from him, Eddie.
The mental stress and strain we put on some teams with our defense has worked and carried us through the playoffs at times. You saw in the Brooklyn series, guys started to wear down. Game 7 looked like Antetokounmpo slowed down some, but just having all those bodies to continue to throw at people, wears down on them physically and mentally, making it tough as long as we don't give them easy baskets in transition. And then with our guys, we're always confident that they'll get it going and figure it out eventually. To your point, we didn't play our best first half with those two, and it takes 1 or 2 shots to go down for them to get going. And so our thing was take care of the ball, make them score in the half court, get stops and get out and run. And I think we did that in the second half, but always staying confident in those guys, knowing they can get it going at the drop of a dime.
All right, that's it for our audio. Great job, Eddie. I got to break news here. Ray Liotta has passed away. Ray Liotta, I was surprised by this. Ray Liotta was 67 years old. Now, I just saw this. Ray Liotta passed away. Wow. He's dead at 67. Now, Ray Liotta, you know him from all those Casino, Vice. I mean, he's great. I didn't think he was a great actor. I thought he played and was in great movies. Goodfellas, I thought, was his best, man. I thought he in Goodfellas was not kind of good. I thought he was great. Like, great. But Ray Liotta, man, if anybody has any information, I'm doing a show here, and all of a sudden that bad boy popped up, dead at 67 years old. He was in the Dominican Republic shooting a movie called Dangerous Waters. He died in his sleep. Now, they're saying that nothing's suspicious, but come on. What's going on here? He was unbelievable as Henry Hill. It was actually based on a real guy named Henry Hill. He was terrific in Field of Dreams, Copland. He was great. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. He did start looking bad, I will say that. All right, Eddie, give it to me because I'm making the bet right now. What am I betting on the 12:35 Reds-Cubs game? Give it to me.
I like the under for the first 5. I've got it at 4.5. I got it at plus 100 odds.
You talking about for both teams?
Correct.
Under 4.5, first 5.
And the reason why, another left-handed pitcher on the mound for the Cubs. We documented this a couple days ago. The Reds struggle against left-handed pitchers. The last 3 starts for Hunter Green, he's pitched 18 2/3, and he's only given up 4 runs. So he has been absolutely sensational the last couple of starts. He's been the rookie that the Reds have hoped for, and the top prospect looks really good the last couple days. The Cubs have struggled against right-handed pitchers, and I think Hunter Green's got the stuff to keep it a close game and a low-scoring game, especially through that first 5.
See, there it is. You say under, first 5. I'm betting it right now. I'm on it right now. Under is the official bet of Eddie Garrison, who knows, put it on. Yeah. Who knows more about this than anybody. He's been right the last 2 days, which you could look at and say, well, he's due to be wrong. No one goes 100. I say Eddie's ready to extend the streak.
I know my team, Dan. I know how bad they are.
Hey, I know. Tim Jennings, a blackout is not lifted locally for this year's 500. I can answer that. Kevin Lee's going to join us at 1. Dave Ragland, who's the new head coach of the Evansville Aces, he's going to join us 1:30. Kevin Bowen's going to join us. Tomorrow, we're reaching out to a lot of people. We'll be at the track. Tariq's is going to join us. Mike Tirico around 2 o'clock. He's going to join us. Hammer Time is going to join us. He's going to be live. Benetti will be on with us via from wherever in the hell Benetti is. So there you go. Yeah, that's right. Colin Kaepernick is working out. Here's the deal with Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick told everybody that the NFL is slavery. I thought, look, that is so ridiculous, right? That is so ridiculous that I can't even describe how the NFL being held hostage by Colin Kaepernick, like him calling the NFL slavery is, and again, my minor was in African American studies. Because I figured this, I'm going to coach, and I'm going to coach a number of African-American males, so I want to learn a little history. So I understand about house, field, that kind of thing. I understand what slavery was, wrote a paper on it, and I got to tell you, there isn't one person ever involved in slavery, not one, that walked out of a multi-million-dollar deal. Now, yes, you go to the combine, and yes, they want to see what you are all about, and yes, it can be a bit, I guess, uncomfortable / dehumanizing, but there you go. At the end of the day, look, here's the deal. It ain't close to slavery. I mean, nobody's getting hung, nobody's getting whipped, nobody's being buried alive, no one's in hot boxes, none of that. Stop it. But the NFL, a guy hadn't played in 6 years, the NFL is held hostage, and I'm going to tell you point blank what I would do were I I'd be very careful if I were the Raiders. I mean, Kaepernick not afraid to drop the racist word on anybody. Anybody. I mean, he'll drop it quick. He'll drop it early and often. So you think you're doing something right? I mean, the dude hadn't played quarterback in 6 years. When he played, he's like 3-16. Look, we all understand the deal. I talked about Kaepernick and said I admired. He took a chance, man. I like a good protest. I do. Kaepernick, hey, he put himself out there. Others have not. Others want to talk. He lost something, I think. There's still a debate on that. But at the end of the day, he's going to go out there and compete with the Raiders, and I got to tell you, better be very careful. If I'm a white coach, I better be very careful. Just telling you, man, because we've seen. And look, I hope Kaepernick, if he's good enough, he gets a chance. I got no problem. Urban brought in Tebow. I got no problem. I got no problem if I am the Raiders bringing him in. No problem. But there are inherent risks. He goes from being slavery to begging, I want to back in. Not one slave ever begged to be back in. Not one. So just stop with that whole stupid thing. I mean, if you're going to make a comeback, I'm all for you, but at least do it half-ass honestly. Now, that's interesting to me. I don't know if you saw this also in Raider news. John Gruden's got a lawsuit. John Gruden's lawsuit, and those of us that understand a little bit of the law, we understand a couple of things. One, a lot of things happen before it ever gets to a trial, right? We know this. So a Nevada judge ruled in favor of Gruden on 2 motions, all right? One of the motions was that it should go on. Now, if you remember Gruden, there were like 650,000 emails. Over 650,000 emails that were collected by the league in a suit not involving John Gruden, involving the Washington Redskins. 650 of these, and the only emails that came out, unbelievably, happened to be John Gruden's. This is what Gruden is saying. So Gruden's legal team had to battle their suit, and they had a battle for their suit. What they asked in the suit was simply this. We want our money. 6 years on an over $100 million contract. The NFL wanted two things in this yesterday. Number one, they wanted the case dismissed. Judge said no. Number two, they wanted a case to go to arbitration. Why do you think they wanted that? It's much quieter. Judge said no. There are a lot of things that go into the process of getting a court case to trial. Two of them got erased. Judge Elf said that she was concerned that Goodell would have sole power as a potential arbitrator. There's no way in hell. Now, I like what Gruden did. He walked out and he said, "Go Raiders." I love it. I don't blame Gruden fighting for his money. All of a sudden, 650,000 emails. And guess what? All right, we come back since somebody asked for it. We do have audio of Joey Votto getting a little chippy with Rowan Wick last night. All right, the official bet is in. We got it on the TV here. Under 4.5 runs, both teams. Cubs, Reds coming up here at 12:35. We'll keep you abreast. Go ahead and bet it. What the hell?
The Sundown Gardens Memorial Weekend Specials on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs through Memorial Day. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road, sundowngardens.com.
You don't hear it, but to the person you share a bed with, this is what your snoring sounds like. Don't spend night after night suffering. Visit the new Aurora Specialty Sleep Clinic. Here's the Aurora Promise. We'll give you 7 complimentary nights in a custom-made snoring device. If you don't sleep quieter and better, you don't pay. Simply return it. So visit aurorasleep.com and schedule your 35-minute appointment today. Then start sleeping tonight.
State leaders are calling for expansion of educational paths outside the traditional college model to help move Indiana forward. The Indiana Union construction industry has been the leader in apprenticeship and vocational training for over 100 years. In partnership with contractors, our industry makes an investment of more than $52 million a year in training, with no cost to taxpayers. Through on-the-job training and classroom instruction, our tradesmen and women learn skills and earn degrees, making them the skilled, drug-free workforce employers count on, and the best value for your next construction project. The Indiana Union construction industry. Value on display every day.
This is Bob Steinecker, business representative for plumbers, steam fitters, and HVACR service technicians, Local 440. Are you looking for companies who have shown exceptional commitment to sustainable mechanical service in the HVACR industry, as well as the residential and light commercial industry? Log on to mcai.org for more info. Skilled on principle, union by choice.
Basements get a bad rap. Probably because so many of them are wet, leaky, and musty. Thanks to screenwriters, crawl spaces aren't very popular either. Michaelis is putting an end to the horror show. Their time-tested waterproofing systems eliminate and prevent water issues. Damp and moldy becomes clean and healthy. And their French drains, vapor barriers, and encapsulation techniques turn crawl spaces into a Disney set. Yeah, okay, that probably went a bit far. But with over 35 years experience, they have a lot of homeowners enjoying their basements again. Think Michaelis. And think how nice it would be to get rid of foundation cracks, basement leaks, damp smells, and all the nightmares that come with them. Water, storms, fire, and foundations. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Call 844-FIX-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
People who suffer from long-term chronic joint pain spend so much of their time acting, putting up a carefree front. It's exhausting.
I was really tired of trying to act like I wasn't in pain because I was in pain all the time.
Rick Rawlings didn't want everyone else to know that he was coping with agonizing shoulder pain 24/7.
Yes, I had to put on a face to cover up my pain.
But then Rick found QC Kinetics, offering new lasting treatments for joint pain using natural biologics. Treatments designed to restore and repair joint tissue with no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. The results were amazing.
I am very glad. It changed my life doing the QC Kinetics. Today, my shoulders feel wonderful. The cranky Rick is gone. He's not grouchy anymore.
No more acting. Feel like yourself again with a call to QC Kinetics.
463-235-7160. That's 463-235-7160. In Eagle Creek and Greenwood. 463-235-7160.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know? The average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know? Your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know? A runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Nothing feels more like summer than bare feet on freshly cut grass. And this Memorial Day, the Home Depot has savings on all the things you need to get your lawn in shoeless shape. Get hassle-free cutting, trimming, and cleaning power with cordless lawn tools from Ryobi. Whatever your lawn needs, we have tools to get the job done that won't leave you tangled up. So what are you waiting for? It's time to feel the grass between your toes. Feels like Memorial Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Looking for a job that puts you in the racing action at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Eclipse Staffing and Security is hiring for guest services, credential checking, gate and cooler checking, the snake pit, and private events. Earn great pay and be a part of the team that makes sure the greatest spectacle in racing goes off without a hitch. Work a flexible schedule. Contact Eclipse Staffing and Security 317-426-3696 or email info@eclipsestaffing.com. That's info@eclipsestaffing.com.
Let's go to Vegas, Colts fans, with BullseyeEventGroup.com. Private air charter and a direct flight with a 2-night weekend travel package at Caesars Palace. It's Vegas, baby. Get your spot now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
The AES 500 Festival Parade is Saturday, May 28th. We're going to be there, and you should too. Go to 1075thefan.com/events to get more details. This year, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Radio Network celebrates 70 years of bringing the greatest spectacle in racing into your home. Gear up for the race by listening to the greatest 500s of all time, told in 60 minutes. The 500 in 60. All day Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan. It's the Dan Dakich Show, 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. If you send me an email, I don't know. This is all whacked out. I got stuff whacked out here. I'm trying to find all kind of different things. If you send me an email and I don't get back to you, I will try. John Buzzard did send me an email about last night. Joey Votto and Rowan Wick got into it a little bit. Votto was killing the Cubs. I turned it on. He had a home run. I kept watching. He came up real quick and got a triple. Next thing you know, Rowan Wick and Votto having a little tete-a-tete, as they say in baseball. Edward, give it to me, baby.
You know, we were just, he had something to say, and I answered. And that's how ball is sometimes. You know, you're competitive. And he clearly was competing and locked in on getting on performing well, and I'm pulling at this on the opposite end of the same rope. And if someone says something to me, sometimes I don't answer, but I wasn't in the mood to keep my mouth shut. You know, sorry, it's part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, what are we mad about? Quit being mad.
Wick went up and in at Votto, and then Votto wasn't too pleased, and then Wick chirped at Votto as he was heading down to first after a walk, and then Votto just countered back is all it was. And then in the ninth inning, Hunter Strickland hit, I think it was Patrick Wisdom, and then David Ross got ejected. So,
nice. That's what I'm talking about. Eddie, what's your email?
E. Garrison.
Yeah.
At indy.ms.com.
So any of you ladies, you know, at indy.ms, I never know those .ms's, a .com. I assume I have one of those. All right, I'm sending you an email. We got to do this thing. So there you go. All right, so there is that. We are men of the people, so we answer your questions. The bet of the day is coming up here very quickly at 12:35, so in about, 10, 15 seconds, they will throw the first pitch. It is the Cubs and the Reds. Hunter Green is going, and Eddie has made the bet of the day, and I'm on it. It is the Cubs-Reds under 4.5 runs total for the first 5 innings. That's it. We're just going 5 innings. That way we will get it on our show. A couple of things tonight. The Mavs and the Warriors. I talked about this earlier. When you look at gambling, sometimes you got to look at it as investing. Now, the Warriors are minus 310, which means you got to pay $310 to get $410 back. What that means is you get your initial $310 plus $100. You've made 33%. All right? You've made 33% on your investment in basically 2.5 hours. Now, you got to, if you think of it like investing, what you think is, man, that's pretty good. If you gave someone $3,000, $3,100, and they gave you $1,000 back with minimal risk, you basically would take that any time that you invest. Well, that's how I view the game tonight, Golden State against Dallas. They had the game that they needed to win, and Dallas won it. But Dallas isn't going to go back and win this. Dallas isn't not going to go into Golden State tonight. Golden State is a veteran. Golden State understands we need to get this done. We don't need to mess around here anymore. So there is absolutely money to be made tonight. Now you're going to have to put up some. I'm debating, and I'm being totally serious about this. I'm debating putting up $3,000 to win a grand. I'm literally debating that. I've never bet that much in my life on one bet, but that's how strongly I feel about this game. I do. Others may not feel as strong, and that's cool. Everybody's got their own thing, and I'm good with it. But that is how strongly I feel. I feel like of all of the games that I have watched this year, now there's no spread. I'm not betting the spread. I am just simply saying this. Hey, look, I'm saying Golden State at home in Game 5 is going to beat Luka Doncic at all. Now, people look at that and they go, oh, man, that's too much money. And you're right. It is too much money. It is. Hey, Dan, with as many stuck burps as you have on air, I remember your agent pitching you to Prilosec. Hey, come on. I do get stuck burps. I've always gotten stuck burps, but I try and I always forget. I always forget to hit the thing. You know what I mean? The thing there. I always forget to hit the cough button. Yes, the YouTube chat is open. Yes, guys are on the YouTube chat whining. Yes, they are. I mean, it's open every day here. And yes, I am wearing, Eddie White gave this to me, I am wearing my Sabonis jersey. That's right. I am. Yeah. Dan, a lot of unnecessary talk about a 13-30 Reds baseball mess. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I will talk about the race. I am making my official prediction. I will make it now, and I will continue to make it. And that prediction is this. Look, there's a lot of ways I'm going to bet this. I'm going to bet matchups. I'm going to bet on the front runner, Scott Dixon. But my official bet is Takuma Sato. Here's why. Is he the best racer? I don't know. But I'm going to go Mike Woodson here. Dan Dakich is going to go Dan Dakich here. And Dan Dakich is going to tell you this. Dan Dakich thinks that it takes stonage to win the race. It takes guts. It takes speed, right? I mean, we all know that. Sato is a guy that I think has enough speed. But more than that, it takes a lot of luck. Sato's won this thing twice. Sato's no joke. Sato is one of the nicest guys when he comes on our show after winning that there could possibly be. He is, in my opinion, I don't know him. I don't pretend to know him. But I love the fact that he's won this bad boy a couple times. I love the fact that he also in this race is, and Top Gun is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Top Gun is coming out. And I'm dangerous. I don't like you because you're dangerous. Sato's dangerous, man. Sato don't mess around. Sato's not afraid. Sato isn't trying to be conservative. So, and right now, Sato is plus 1,800. I've already put a hundo on Sato. So if Sato wins, that's who my toes are tapping. I am going to put on Scott Dixon. You get 6-1 on Scott Dixon. I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know if that's going to get better, worse, happy, sad. But those are the two that I like. Now, who am I rooting for? I'll tell you exactly who I'm rooting for. Are you kidding me? I'm rooting for frickin' Graham Rahal. I'm big time rooting for Graham Rahal. Why are you rooting for Graham Rahal? Why am I rooting for Graham Rahal? Because I think Graham Rahal is one of the best dudes out there. And I like really good dudes. And when he comes on our show, he's fantastic. So that's why I'm rooting for Graham Rahal. Period. I get a good number. Look, betting on the race is like betting on golf, except there's only 33. And I got to tell you, there are about 10 of them I got no chance of winning. You tell me Stephen Wilson can win the race, and I'll tell you, okay, good, you bet on him, not me. But the truth of the matter is luck factors in. I mean, last year, Graham Ray, oh, man, are we going to steal bases now? Are we going to get runners in scoring position now? I'm not happy. But as I move forward with this, it's only basically really, I mean, let's be honest. Something could happen, but we're only talking about 22 guys that can win the race, right? And if you think differently, give me a call at 317-239-1070. Who do you think is going to win the race? Look, hard to bet against Dixon. I think everybody felt like Dixon's got a great car. Hard to bet against Chip Ganassi. I'm going to ask Kevin Lee coming up at 1 o'clock who he's betting on. Obviously, the Ganassi car's got a ton of speed. When we talked to Graham Rahal, he's like, hey, man, they got a lot of speed. And he's right. We know this. You got a lot of speed. Ganassi, the fellas, but I like Sato. For some reason, the other day, and I'm also going to bet Alex Palou. When I talked to Alex Palou, I really liked his voice. Like, I know he's from Spain, and I know he's battling, and I know, English is his second language, but there was something, I said this on the morning show, there's something about the way he spoke that I'm like, you know what? I can get behind this dude. I ain't mad at him. I'm not, man. I'm not mad at him even a little bit. All right, if you want to call in, now's the time. 317-239-1070. You Evansville Aces fans, you got a new coach, David Ragland. I'm going to talk to David Ragland at 1:30. We'll get his take as the absolutely asinine decision to get rid of Marty Simmons continues to haunt the Evansville Aces. But Dave Ragland, 41 years old, went to Harrison High School down in Evansville. Hey, man, let's go. Played, I think, for Pearl at, at Southern Indiana. Evansville guy. Give him a swing. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back.
Imagine a life without the credit cards. Pay off your debt in 21 days or less with a simple cash-out refinance today at thehomeloanexpert.com. NMLS number 1326241.
Spring in Indy. And since 2001, Rhino Shield has been covering Indiana homes and businesses. Just ask Mike.
I was watching TV one night and saw the Rhino Shield ad, and I thought, well, if they can do a house, they can probably do a building.
And Rhino Shield's not paint. It's better.
So they came out and they gave me a price, showed me how the Rhino works, how it lasts, and how the guarantee works.
Business owners, you too can get the 25-year protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
They started on the building. They waited for us to leave, and they worked Saturday and Sunday so they wouldn't affect our business at all. This was the great part of it. I came back Sunday night, and you couldn't even tell they were here. There was no paint on the ground. They did a fantastic job.
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Hey, don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey, it's Dan Dakich here from my friends at BSN Sports, and they are my friend. They have big meetings coming up. The man, Terry Babilla, coming to town. And they're going to get everything straight. That's what they do. BSN Sports, the locals here, the folks in Indiana, led by Bobby Kaiser, they are dads and moms and fans. And if you need anything, whether you need, equipment, uniforms, spirit wear, BSNSports.com is the place to go. It's literally that simple. My friends at BSN Sports will take care of you. They are the largest and the best sporting goods team dealer in the country. And those teams include travel teams, whether it's baseball, softball, football, travel leagues, whatever you're playing this summer. Let's go. Get the BSNSports.com or follow them on Twitter at BSNSports_Indy.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Get a queen Tempur-Pedic mattress starting as low as $46 per month with 4 years interest-free financing. The biggest mattress sale is now through Monday only at Thompson Furniture. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, up to $800 on Stearns & Foster, and up to $500 on Sealy mattresses. Low price guarantee, interest-free financing, free delivery only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Looking for a legendary experience? Visit the all-new Horseshoe Indianapolis for the ultimate gambling destination. With 25,000 additional square feet of the hottest and newest slots, live horse racing, exquisite dining, live table games like blackjack, roulette, craps, and 3-card poker, as well as our new 20-table World Series of Poker room and a high-limit table games room. Visit Horseshoe Indianapolis, 30 minutes south of downtown, right off I-74. A serious evolution for the serious gambler.
Hey, it's JMV for the absolute best in realty, Mark Dietl Realty. 317-755-4232. That's 317-755-4232. Online, markdietl.com. That's markdietl.com today. So let's talk about Chris from Noblesville. They were ready to upgrade to a newly built home. They hired Mark Dietl and asked him to maximize the current home price so they could afford their new home. Mark gave them a plan to get the most money possible, and he pushed the price hard to get them $15,000 over a high asking price and plenty of time to get into their new home. Mark Dietl has a guarantee for you. Multiple offers on your home in 3 days, or he is going to list it for free. That's Mark Dietl Realty, 317-755-4232, 317-755-4232. MarkDietl.com. That's MarkDietl.com today.
Hey, race fans. This is Tim Wicker from Electric Plus. When you're looking for an electrical contractor to take care of your next construction project, facility upgrade, or simple maintenance work, make sure you call Electric Plus to give you a professional and top-quality project with the best team members in the industry. Just like race car drivers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit our website at electricplus.com to see how we can take care of your electrical needs.
This May at Big Red Liquors, it's ice cold beer, hot prices, and even hotter prizes. It's the big giveaway, and this month, Big Red Liquors is giving away 8 Big Red kayaks. Stop by any Big Red Liquors to enter to win. It's free. Must be 21 to enter. No purchase necessary.
3 days to go on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Sack up. It's the Dan Dakich Show on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Looks like Indiana is going to play in the 2023 Empire Classic. UConn, Texas, Louisville. That's what it looks like. So there you go, IU basketball. Getting ready to play a tough schedule. Good for them, man. I like what he's doing. I do. I mean, if you can continue doing the thing where, as Trace Jackson Davis said, nothing stupid like, whatever, failed drug test gets in the way. You got a chance. All right, I made my pick. I'm going with Takuma Sato. JD, what say you, big boy?
Hey, Dan, how are you today?
Good.
Hey, real quick. I think it was Seth a couple years ago that was on. I think it was an NCAA tournament thing, and he made a comment, always be aware of the one that no one's talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, man. Now look.
Nobody's talking about it.
I agree. And Jimmy Johnson on oval's a badass, right?
Hey, real quick before I let you go, you said something in the last week about how long you've been on the air, and you want to talk about aging myself. I started thinking I've been listening to you since I was in my late 30s.
Oh boy!
Is that not crazy? It's like you've been on the air that long, and it's like, oh my gosh, I was a kid.
Late 30s, you are a kid. You know that? I mean, you absolutely
now,
are.
brother.
I know. No, I get it. Hey, but late 30s, man, in my world, it's like, I'd go back. That wasn't a bad time of life right there. That's pretty good. I'd keep this time of life right now. I like it. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you. Look, hey, you got it. Jimmy Johnson is a good pick, man. By the way, the Reds gave up 2 in the first. Let's go, Cubs pitching. Jimmy Johnson's a good pick. Not really good pick. I mean, look, let's be honest. I don't know that. Yeah, I mean, look, we all know, like, some guys aren't going to win the race. Okay? And you want to get mad? Good, get mad about it. But some guys just aren't going to win the damn race. And some guys are. And one of those guys is going to be Scott Dixon, Alex Pillow, Rivas VK, Ed Carpenter. I think those 4, Erickson's going to be in there. A lot of people like Tony Kanaan. Pato O'Ward is not far down when you look at the list of favorites. My pick is starting position numero 10. And that is number 51, Dick Butkus. Driving a Honda, Takuma Sato. Now, Jimmy Johnson starting 12. A lot of people like Jimmy Johnson in this, man. On ovals, Jimmy Johnson's a badass. Street course, not so much. But let's be honest, Jack Harvey ain't winning this thing. Stephen Wilson ain't winning this thing. Christian Lengrard isn't winning this thing. I hate to say Juan Pablo Montoya isn't winning this thing, but he ain't winning this thing. I mean, there are just some dudes that aren't winning this thing. Delvin DeFresco ain't winning this thing. He's not. J.R. Hildebrand, you got A.J. Foyt Racing. We like A.J. Foyt Racing. They ain't winning this thing. Connor Daly, like for him too. I think it'd be fun if he did. But man, oh man, again, I say this every year, and every year it turns out to be true. When I first started saying, everybody got mad at me. Like I was interfering on the Holy Grail, right? But the truth of the matter is, luck factors in. Man, when I first said that on this show, I mean to tell you, people lost their damn minds. It ain't luck, it's a skill race. You go, okay. Bruce Clark chiming in. Over 700 drivers have started the Indianapolis 500. Only 20 have multiple 500 wins. There you go. And you know who one of them is? Takuma Sato. Eddie, who you liking in the race?
I do also like Takuma Sato in the race. Yeah, really? I do. Jimmy texted me last night before he left because you can't bet in Florida. He was like, hey, who do you like? And I said, hey, take Takuma.
Really?
He's like, why? Yeah. I'll even pull up the message and show you during the break here.
I believe you. What are you talking
about?
But
I think this is a race, Dan, that we could be looking at experience as the reason why there's a winner, because we've already had one washout in terms of practice. Tomorrow looks like they may be washed out again because of all the rain. Yeah. And you're looking at track conditions for Sunday that some of these drivers haven't seen all week in practice or any of their practices. So the only way you can account for that is with experience. And I think guys like Scott Dixon, Takuma Sato, Joseph Newgarden, and Will Power are all guys that have experience that have some decent value.
We will go and talk to Kevin Lee coming up here in a little bit, and we'll see what Kay Lee has to say. Look, couple of things. The idea. Well, first, most importantly, we're going to be out at the track tomorrow. Last year we were out at the track and we had to be inside, and it was fine. Last year we had El Presidente on. We had Dave Portnoy in there with us. It was fun. Tarico came in there with us, and Mike's going to join me again tomorrow. Hammer's going to join me again tomorrow live, and various other folks always stop by. I hope it's outside at the Pagoda Pavilion. I don't know whether it's going to be. Weather will dictate that. When we come back, Kay Lee will get what he thinks about the race. Kevin Lee joins next.
It's Kevin And Query.
Scott Dixon joins us. Being on the poll again doesn't shock you. Did the number shock you of just over 234?
When I saw that number, I was pleasantly surprised. But yeah, it's hard to tell these days just because the ambient conditions and track conditions can change it so quickly. We got aggressive, we trimmed it out and stuck, and that was a big first lap, man. It was almost a 235, so we got some more to do.
Kevin and Query.
Weekday mornings at 7
on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
So I'm not the kind of guy who wears a lot of jewelry, but I knew I wanted a really nice chain. And I went to Shane Company. They had a great selection of classic men's jewelry and some really cool rings and bracelets too. For chains, they had lots of styles to choose from. They had rope chains, curb chains, Miami Cubans, and a lot of others. Different lengths and metals and a range of prices. The people working there were super knowledgeable. I wasn't sure about the length I wanted, so I tried on a bunch of chains, and they told me about each style. Now I'm like an expert. When I held each chain in my hand, I could feel how solid it was and see the craftsmanship that went into it. I got a Miami Cuban, and now I'm kind of wanting a second chain to layer with it. Not only that, I found a great gift for my dad for Father's Day. I got a bracelet and had it engraved with a message. I kept it simple. Number 1 Dad. I think he'll get a kick out of it.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
All right, Dan Dakich here from the Michaelis Corporation, spelled like Michael is, but pronounced Michaelis if you need him. You'll be so glad that you called him at 844-FIX-INDY. It is raining again, ladies and gentlemen. The weather is, in a word, crap. It just is. And if you have any problem because of the rain, because of water, maybe a leak, maybe you need something waterproof, do what I did. Call the Michaelis Corporation immediately at 844-FIX-INDY. Look, I've told you this before, and I'll tell you again. When it comes to my house and my health, I only use the best. That's it. Just the best. Nothing else. Just the best. Michaelis is the best. And if you don't understand that, I really can't help you, because there is absolutely no question that the Michaelis Corp is better than anybody. They are simply the best. 844-FIX-INDY. If you need anything waterproof, if you have any damage caused by water or wind, man, we get the winds around here, baby, and Michaelis is your place. 844-FIX-INDY is the number to call, or go online at michaeliscorp.com.
Hey, it's JMV for BullseyeEventGroup.com and the best pregame party anywhere. The Colts are going to Vegas this year, and so can you. The official Colts Las Vegas fan travel package is a private air charter with hundreds of Colts fans. That means no stops, no layovers, a direct flight. Leave Indy Saturday morning, return Monday afternoon. 2-night weekend travel package at Caesars Palace. Tickets to the Colts and the Raiders game included. The official Colts Las Vegas fan travel package includes admission into the official Colts tailgate in Vegas, Vegas style. Book your spot now, BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Looking for a job that puts you in the racing action at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Eclipse Staffing and Security is hiring for guest services, credential checking, gate and cooler checking, the snake pit, and private events. Earn great pay and be a part of the team that makes sure the greatest spectacle in racing goes off without a hitch. Work a flexible schedule. Contact Eclipse Staffing and Security 317-426-3696 or email info@eclipsestaffing.com. That's info@eclipsestaffing.com.
At JCPenney's Memorial Day sale, sizzling deals are on with store-wide doorbusters all weekend. Or bring home savings up to 50% during our Memorial Day home sale. Save even more with your coupon. And for all former and active military personnel, enjoy an extra 10% off in-store. Just show a valid military or VA ID at checkout. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Coupon valid on select styles through 5/30. Some exclusions apply. Doorbusters valid 5/26 through 5/30 and excluded from coupons. See store or jcp.com for details.
Hey, I'm Ariana. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Southwest Salad is when I take a bite, it's like, wow. I'm getting a punch from the roasted corn. I'm getting a kick from the spicy chicken. It's just great.
Hi, this is Tori. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the avocado lime dressing. It adds to the chicken, the bacon, and the roasted corn. It takes the salad to a whole nother level.
Order a salad for delivery on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This week at Sullivan Hardware and Garden, get 30% off all patio furniture, wicker, Berlin Gardens, poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more.
The Sundown Gardens Memorial Weekend Specials on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs through Memorial Day. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road, sundown.gardens.com.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
Your home for the 2022 NBA playoffs and the NBA Finals. 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
It's the Dan Dakich Show. 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Kind of sounds like me when I go home to Maryville, Gary, and have some Coney King right there. Kevin Lee joins us. K-Lee. Trackside. Kevin and Kevin. Kevin and Kevin. I don't care. Best show you'll ever hear. I was listening to you guys the other day. You guys do a great job. I've said Takuma Sato. Does he have a chance here?
He does have a chance. He's always really good here. He was the fastest all 3 days in practice, and they were close in qualifying. He was in the top 12, so he's got a chance. He's with a different team this year, but Dale Coyne Racing is one of the smaller budget teams, but they have good engineering, and he's just bold, and that's some of it. It's one thing to get up to the front, but at some point you got to take a chance, and we know that even though Takuma's in his mid-40s, he's not really changed his approach. It's still no attack, no chance. He'll go after it if he has one.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of the reasons I took him. Who do you like in this race? What are you seeing so far out of this month?
Well, the Ganassis are clearly better than everybody else. They had 5 cars in the top 12. They've got the top 2. They all have a lot of experience, although obviously Jimmy Johnson's is very, very different, but he's done more 500-mile races and more ovals than anybody else because of the NASCAR schedule. But Dixon and Palou, starting 1-2, are legit. It's not just that they were quick in the qualifying trim, but that their race cars are really good. But outside of that, and that's the easy pick, Joseph Newgarden is kind of the one I'm looking at. I still think Team Penske is going to be strong in the race. He's close enough up beyond mid-pack where I think he can get there. But there are close to a dozen that I think that have a chance to win this race. It's going to be tough to come from the back, so it's going to take some circumstances, catching a yellow at the right time for somebody starting beyond 17 or 18. But it can happen.
What do you think about Jimmy Johnson?
So I think Jimmy will do well, and I think he's got a good car, and I think he can finish in the top 5. I would be very surprised if he's able to win it. I think what's going to separate things is the experience needed at the end. And that's what we saw last year with Castroneves, with his experience winning over Alex Palou, who had not been there and done that before. Because that's a different ballgame at the end, and it's not just about who's the fastest. It's about the strategy and envisioning what you need to do to time your passes, when you want to try to make the last pass, and then about defending. And I don't know that Jimmy or Romain Grosjean, who's also quick, are going to have that extra little bit. The scenario where they could win, I think, is if they're fighting with someone else who somehow ends up in the front without much experience. But if he's fighting someone, like a Newgarden or a Pagenaud or Elio or the other Ganassi drivers, I don't think he's going to prevail in that situation. But that said, it's still remarkable. He's as good at this as Fernando Alonso was on an oval, and he's legit. He's the real deal. And if he comes back next year and gets a chance to gain some of that experience near the front this year, I would give him an opportunity to win the race.
What makes Ganassi so good? What's he doing?
Well, they've been good for a long time, so they're in that. Yeah, they're one
in
of
the Penske deal, right? Yeah,
it's Penske, Ganassi, it's Andretti, and some years some are better than others. The last couple of years, Penske hasn't been as good in qualifying. They were still good as far as the race was concerned, but Ganassi hasn't won this race in 10 years. So I'm sure that's been something that they are really focused on, that winning championships are fantastic, but the Indy 500 is what most people remember. So I'm sure for all of these teams, that's the priority. And it really is still a bigger deal to win the Indy 500 than win the championship. And then he's just assembled great drivers. Scott Dixon is on the short list of the greatest all time. I think Alex Palou is going to be someone that is fighting for championships for the next 15 years. Marcus Ericsson was an F1 driver, and he's really good. Tony Kanaan's won this race. There's not many better. And then we've talked about Jimmy. So it's the combination of the people around them and the people driving the cars.
How do you expect this race to go? Obviously the record pole, that kind of thing. How do you expect this to go?
I expect it to be challenging to pass in the middle of the pack. I think 1, 2, and 3, especially 1 and 2, will keep swapping positions. So that will add to some entertainment. And in reality, you don't really want to lead that long because it burns more fuel. So this is, I think, an advantage that Ganassi has. I think he and Palou will go back and forth. And the draft is so big that it's hard to keep the guy behind you. But that will be fine for the first half or so of the race. And then if you're further back, you've got to kind of wait for the guy in front of you to try to make a pass and fail. And then you can take advantage of that, or they make a mistake. You're going to try to get creative with your pitch strategy, maybe come in a lap earlier than other people do and make it up with some clear track and just running fast laps. And you can't make mistakes in the pits. That's a lot of it. So this is going to be a track position race throughout the field, and the action is going to come up front, and the real action will be if we have restarts with cautions. That's when it gets wild, and that's when people will try to go big and pick up 3 or 4 or 5 spots at a time.
You mentioned, a lot of people have hit me with this, so I'm going to hit you with this. Passing, we're not going to see a lot. What are your thoughts?
That's the general feeling beyond the front because of the difficulty with the turbulence and things that are beyond my understanding. But you know what? Sometimes that's said, and then when you have to make moves, you do. So I think we'll see more than what we're hearing, but it is going to be challenging. I think passing, if you're 7th or 8th in a line, the guy ahead of you needs to kind of make a mistake because the current arrow in the cars makes it difficult when you're in a long line of traffic. Up front, you're going to see a lot of changes for the lead between first and second, whether it's people trying to save fuel or not. I think the guy in second is going to get a huge draft, and he'll be able to get a run and make the move.
I've said that, look, I think we know this, but I defer to you. How many people realistically can win this race in your mind?
I think it's still about 12 or so.
Yeah.
So I always separate it in tiers, and I have a tier 1, which I think are the biggest favorites. And on that, I only have Dixon, Palou, and then I like to do something different. And Newgarden is who I'm picking to win the race, even though he's starting a little further back. I think 14th is good enough to get up there. And then all those other guys that are starting in the top 12, I think, have a pretty good chance. As I mentioned, I put Grosjean and Jimmy a little bit further down that list. And then, the guys beyond, say, row 4, the ones that I still think have a chance, Pagenaud, Rossi, and Scott McLaughlin. Maybe Elio, but I'm not sure that they have enough outright pace. I think the Chevys might be a little better other than the Ganassis. That's the Honda team that's really figured things out. When you start adding all these up, I think you have 12 to 14 that it wouldn't be that big of a surprise if they won the race.
Yeah, is Elio among that? I
think he is. I think he's kind of at the tail end of that this year. In part from where he's starting in 27th, that's going to be really difficult. So he's on the back end. Colton Herta is probably in that category too. Colton's run up front, but starting 25th is going to be difficult. You can get there. Pagenaud started 26th last year and finished 3rd, but it's one thing to get there. Do you have enough outright pace to win that shootout at the end of the race? And there's a reason why you were starting back there. You might not have that.
People love Juan Pablo Montoya. Now, what I looked at, and you can tell me I'm wrong, what I've seen is the furthest back a winner has started has been 29th. I think that's accurate. And Pablo Montoya is 30th. So I don't know, man. That'd be a record-setting day, no?
I would not give him a super strong chance. So I chatted with him at the beginning of the month, and he said, what brings you back? And he basically said, I don't know. I didn't plan on coming back, and they kind of talked me into it. But then he said, I'm glad I came back because, the car feels a little better this year. One of the reasons he's starting so far back is because they failed tech in qualifying. They had a good qualifying draw. The cooler it is, the better chance you have, and he had that. But then he had to go out in the middle of the day when it was warmer and the track was greasier So I think his car is better than where it's at, but it's not as good as his two teammates. I think, the best case scenario, he was qualifying somewhere around mid-pack. It's really tough to win in a one-off. It can be done. Elio essentially did it last year.
Right.
It was his first race of the year. Dan Weldon did it in 2011. So it can be done, but I don't while I think Montoya is still great, I don't see him doing the things that you have to do to mix it up late in the race. Because he's done everything. He's won the 500 2 times. He's won a championship. He's won NASCAR races. He's won Formula One races. I think now he's more taking fun in that his son is an up-and-coming, we think, star driver, and he'll be in either Formula One or IndyCar in a few years. He's driven with Juan Pablo Montoya in sports cars already this year. So his, I think, 17-year-old son, Sebastian, is really talented.
Kevin Lee joins us on the hotline, brought to you by the Mower Shop. Go see Paulie at the Mower Shop. He'll take care of you, motorshop.com. It's funny. Hey, what brought you back? I don't know. I wasn't going to do it. It's only the 500, right? What a conversation you had, Kevin.
He's so honest. He's so honest. If anybody saw him when they brought him in the booth in the Formula One broadcast a couple of weeks ago, it's just Juan Pablo does not give a flip. Yeah. And he's not beholden to anyone. He doesn't have to please anyone. It's, hey, you all want to fire me tomorrow? Fire me, because I got plenty of other things that I can be doing right now.
No, it's just, that's a hell of a conversation. That's awesome, right? Guy just sent me this. Santino Ferrucci, man, 3 career starts from 23rd to 7th, from 19th to 4th, from 23rd to 6th.
He's gained 48 spots in 3 years. So he's someone you have to consider. Winning the race, that would be on my list of that would be a surprise. Finishing top 7 again? No, that's not a big surprise. Maybe even top 5. The Dreyer and Reinbold team that he's with this year, they're strong. It's a one-off team, but it's a full-time team. Their people are there all year, and this is the race that they concentrate on. They do some other things in rally cars, but it's all about the Indy 500. And both he and Sage Karam are strong. I would probably go, there's 28 drivers that I think could finish in the top 5, but as good as Santino has been here, winning it, I'm not sure. That'd be on the bigger surprises this year.
I ask everybody this year. First time I said this, man, I had, kind of a typical thing with me. You don't know nothing about racing. Stick to basketball. You don't know nothing about that either. But it's kind of true. I say it every year, Kevin. How much does luck factor into this bad boy?
Well, that's the great thing. I spend my entire year around this, but you have as good a chance of picking the winner as I do.
Right? A tire gets loose,
Yeah, or otherwise we'd all go to Vegas and, we'd take the week off.
Yes.
Or more. So, yeah, there's so many little factors involved. And in motorsport, it is very much out of your control. A wheel hits Connor Daly's car last year. He's leading a good portion of the race, and it hits the front of the car, and, he still finished, but it was damaged. It wasn't the same after. And then oftentimes it's much more significant than that. Scott Dixon might have had the best car last year, and a caution comes out at the wrong time. They run out of fuel, and he's a lap down. So many, many factors involved, and that's why the list is as big as it is who can win, because and then it can be someone that we're just not expecting. Alexander Rossi wasn't on that list of the top 10 or 12 in 2016. That was the second oval race he had ever done. But he did have a fast car, and then the circumstances of timing of yellows and saving fuel made it happen. It becomes a fuel-saving race late and somebody gambles and it works out. That's how you get a surprise winner.
Who would be who is your top? They could win, but it would be the biggest surprise if they did win. Does that make sense?
Maybe a Jimmy. Jimmy Johnson, because the car is good enough. And while I pointed out the reasons why I don't expect him to win, here's something in his favor. Winning this race is as much mental as anything else. And IndyCar drivers don't do 3-hour and 15-minute races. They do one a year. A few years ago, there was another 500-mile race on the schedule at Pocono, but this is it now. The rest of the races are somewhere between an hour and 40 minutes and 2 hours. So that is a mental grind, and Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR did that 30-some times a year. all their races are 3, sometimes 4 or 5 hours. So he's got the mental toughness to be able to do this, and he's smart. He's I'm sure, been studying the things I talked about that you have to understand to win at the end of the race. He's got pretty good resources around him with Tony Kanaan and Scott Dixon and Dario Franchitti to help him through this. So his learning curve is accelerated. So he could win the thing. It would just still be a little bit surprising. And, he's maybe the guy that gives you the most attention by winning it.
Kevin, that's great stuff, man. That is fantastic. We going to see anything going on tomorrow on Carb Day, assuming the weather holds off?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I think, there's a chance that there's a little window in the morning. In reality, all they want is if they could get 30 minutes of practice in, I think they'd feel fine. I don't know officially what the backup plan is, but they'll stay all day, until probably 6 o'clock to try to get 30, 45 minutes in. Maybe there's even a scenario where they run early on Saturday morning. I know that's not the preference because there are many other things planned. But if they don't, this past Monday practice, the ones I've talked to, they feel like we'll be fine. We're ready to go.
All right. There you go. That's great stuff, man. What are you doing race day?
I kicked your buddy Mike Tirico out of the trailer so we could chat. He just got here a little while ago.
Yeah.
So he says hello.
Yeah, he's coming on tomorrow with me.
Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, Treeks, he does things for NetJets, but he ain't afraid to just drive. You know what I mean?
He likes to drive.
He does.
He likes to drive.
What are you doing race day? Where are you going to be?
I'll be in the pits. I'll be the 8 pits that are just north, I think, of start-finish line. So some of my contenders in my section are Will Power, Alexander Rossi, Colton Herta, Simon Pagenaud. I got Marco, just finished chatting with him a few minutes ago. So it's all kind of spread out. So it'll be good. We've got, I don't know, probably 15 different announcers. Mike and Danica will be on the Peacock pit box with Dale Jr. He's there as well. And then we've got our normal crew in the booth in the pits, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. We'll be on Peacock tomorrow afternoon and then on NBC starting at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And you can watch it Sunday night here in Indy on Channel 13. Sunday, listen live to the radio because the radio broadcast is fantastic.
It is. No, there's no doubt. Hey, what's your day? What walk me through your day, race day. What time you get there? What's going on?
Well, I don't know. They haven't sent the schedule. We used to get it in advance, and now it's sent out the day before, so I really don't know. So in the past few years, we've done a show on NBCSN from 9 to 11. So it was packed. It was get here at 5 a.m., and we're set to go on the air by 8:30, and it's nonstop, and it's all formatted. So I think I'm going to like that this year, that we can just focus on the 11 a.m. show. I'm sure we still get here at 6, but the hope is I've got all my prep and my research done. We'll do our big rehearsal on Saturday afternoon where we go over minute by minute everything that's going to happen on the pre-race show and coordinate that with the cameras and everything else. Today and tomorrow, there's a lot of prep, just trying to come up with stories for people in our section. So it's fantastic to watch the way this all plays out. It's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest thing that we do. And then you get a guy like Mike, who basically Mike does this every week because every event he's on is the biggest thing going that weekend. So we love adding to this. And what people probably don't understand is they think, this guy just came in for the weekend. He doesn't know his stuff. He knows his stuff. He brings up things to me that I said on a Peacock broadcast a month ago. He's watching. He's watching everything. The man's amazing.
He's so amazing that on the biggest conference call 2 years ago, when you had to do them over the phone, you couldn't do, pro or show rehearsal or whatever it is in person. He and myself and 2 guys, he had a 2-putt on the 18th hole at Broadmoor with a phone in his ear for us to win money. Ask him about it. He 2-putted from about 50 feet to win us money while he was on the phone the last 4 holes on mute so that he could play golf and listen to the whatever you guys do, 2 days before. It was always Thursday. So there you go, man. Yep. There you go.
That's how you do that because you've done your prep in advance. He's up to speed, and he brings credibility to the event. And he's not calling the race. It's Lee Diffie calling the race, but he's hosting the thing. He's explaining it to 75% of the people watching don't watch other races. We need to have them understand why this matters and ask the questions of the people that he's surrounded with explaining it.
I've said this, and you mentioned the radio. I think both the radio and TV coverage of this are awesome. And I'll tell you why I say that. I listen to the radio because obviously it's, we don't get it here, right? So I listen to the radio broadcast and Mark James and Jake and everybody is fantastic. But then when I watch the TV part of it, I don't turn it off. I know the result, right? I mean, it's like 80s NBA Finals. You know the result. They're putting it on tape delay, but it's just you guys are that good. You are.
You see different things.
Yes.
And so I always, even when I'm a part of the broadcast, I watch it back because I see things, and when I'm in the pits, I'm focused on just a section of drivers. We split it up. So I miss some things in other sections. So it's not as important when I'm in the booth because I do see and hear most everything, but there are still things that you miss. And from the radio, that's why it's great we have two outlets. They'll see things that we miss. We'll see things that they miss. So as an Indy resident, that's just the way I was always fine with that. I listened to it live, and I'd watch it back in the night to see if I was at the race or listening on the radio, other things I didn't notice. They complement each other pretty well.
I agree. I totally agree. And they both inform the living hell out of me. I go to the start. I always go for the start, and then I leave because, I don't know, I'm a bad race fan, I guess. But I love the start. I get there as early as I can, and I watch all the pageantry, produced drum, and I just love it. And then I leave. And then I go listen to it on the radio, and then I watch you guys at night. It's a good day. It's a great day.
I understand. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with beating the crowd.
Oh, baby. As you get older, man, oh, man, that's my life's work right there, buddy. Thanks, Kevin. Thank you, sir.
All right. Good to talk with you, Dan.
Yeah, it's great to talk to Kevin Lee, man. NBC, he will be there as he said. He will be in the pits. And that's what I do. If I'm good, bad, happy, or sad. When we come back, David Ragland, who was one of Thad Matta's assistant coaches right here at Butler, he was on the previous staff with Coach Jordan, and now Ragland goes home. He is new head coach of the Evansville Aces, baby. Yeah, we did not leave early. I know, but I like leaving early, Funky. I leave most places early. I do. I don't know. Hey, look, I work every damn day. The only day I don't work is Sunday. Like tonight, Friday night, or Thursday night is Saturday for me. Or Thursday night is Friday night. It's the only day of the week I don't have to get up other than Sunday. So, hey, look, my fat ass, I like grilling, I like hanging, and I like listening. I think the radio broadcast here on our station is the best sports broadcast that there is, live sports broadcast. I mean, I really believe that. I don't think there is any better sporting event broadcast than that. Look, I think basketball broadcasts are fine. I think Boyle on the radio is better than watching the Pacers on TV, 10-1. Super Bowl, fine. Football, fine. But, man, oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think, to me, that the guys make the fourth lap of the race sound like it is a game-winning home run off the bat of Kirk Gibson back in the freaking 80s for the Dodgers against Dennis Erickson. They make it sound that exciting, and they do it for, 200 laps. And I am here for it. By the way, I'm not here for Eddie. We're about ready to come over the table and smack the living you-know-what out of Eddie. 3-2, we've lost our bet. I lost $100.
Yeah, not good, Dan. Hunter Green does not look good, and
Hunter Green's getting ripped.
Yeah.
All right, that's all right. We'll talk to Dave Ragland, new head coach of the Evansville Aces, when we come back.
Have you seen all the patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden? Check the specials on all of our patio furniture just in time for Memorial Day. Like all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. We specialize in excellent quality, mid-priced patio furniture that's in stock at our 37,000 square foot warehouse. All sale priced at 30% off. You can even choose your own custom cushions on most sets. Get ready for Memorial Day. Come see our wide selection of hanging baskets, bedding plants, perennials, and much more. With so many colors and varieties, it's the best looking selection you'll find anywhere. Looking for a new grill? See our full selection of Weber, Traeger, and the Big Green Egg. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers. Online at sullivanhardware.com.
Hey, what's it like having supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity? Well, I know because Lee and I changed to Xfinity. We switched. Well, I'll tell you this, it's fast. Like ready for major gig speeds fast. Like riding on the back of a cheetah that's running at full speed fast. It has the power to connect hundreds of devices all at once. You can clone yourself 127 times. Invite all of those other yous to stream movies, play games, and video chat with friends. Unbeatable internet made to do anything so you can do anything. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi and get a new Xfinity 3-for-1 bundle. Unlimited gig internet risk-free with no term contract and a 2-year rate guarantee. A free streaming box, Wi-Fi equipment included, and add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/3-for-1. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store near you today. Tell them Daniel J. Dakich sent you. Restrictions do apply. Actual speeds vary. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet after 24 months. Regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Denny Smith here for Sundown Gardens. The Memorial Weekend Special is on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs through Memorial Day. Complete your planning for the summer and save money at the Sundown Gardens Memorial Weekend Special. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs. Sundown Gardens. Look for them on Facebook and Instagram. Ask about their loyalty program. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road or sundown.gardens.com. That's sundown.gardens.com.
Looking for a job that puts you in the racing action at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Eclipse Staffing and Security is hiring for guest services, credential checking, gate and cooler checking, the snake pit, and private events. Earn great pay and be a part of the team that makes sure the greatest spectacle in racing goes off without a hitch. Work a flexible schedule. Contact Eclipse Staffing and Security, 317-426-3696, or email info@eclipsestaffing.com. That's info@eclipsestaffing.com.
Hey there, it's Jake Query. The world-famous Figure 8 takes center stage this weekend at the Tom Wood Group Indianapolis Speedrome, powered by Lincoln Tech. Saturday night, it's the 47th running of the Sprint Shootout 1-hour Figure 8 endurance race for the Thunder and Lightning unlimited horsepower late model Figure 8 cars. The Speedrome features family-friendly racing action, great food, free parking, and outrageous fun. And coming June 4th, the return of the Crazy School Bus Figure 8, Insane Trailer Figure 8, and Demo Derbies. Location information and more at speedrome.com.
At JCPenney's Memorial Day sale, sizzling deals are on with store-wide doorbusters all weekend. Or bring home savings up to 50% during our Memorial Day home sale. Save even more with your coupon. And for all former and active military personnel, enjoy an extra 10% off in-store. Just show a valid military or VA ID at checkout. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Coupon valid on select styles through 5/30. Some exclusions apply. Doorbusters valid 5/26 through 5/30 and excluded from coupons. See store or jcp.com for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
O'Reilly.
Restore shine and protect your interior with Armor All cleaning and protectant wipes at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, buy 2 canisters of Armor All wipes and get 1 free. Plus, you'll earn double O Rewards points. Clean, shine, and protect with Armor All wipes available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When it comes to your credit card, Discover believes in having real people available 24/7 to help answer your questions. Discover. Exceptionally common sense.
Barley and Bricks with Jay Query is coming to Fountain Square Brewery. The evening before the Indy 500, we invite you to come out and preview the race with us. Details at 1075thefan.com/events.
It all comes down to this, your final qualifier.
This young man oozes confidence. Scott Dixon.
Ideal condition for the Iceman.
Scott Dixon continues to go fast.
234.162.
Could be a record pole speed run for Scott Dixon.
Fans on their feet.
If you're talking about it.
Rockets his way through turn number 3.
We're talking about it.
Lap number 4 in the books for Scott Dixon. He will start on pole for the 106th Indianapolis 500.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan. It's the Dan Dakich Show. 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Those of you that are alumni of the University of Evansville Purple Aces know that fight song, and you also new head coach David Ragland, nice enough to take a few minutes with us. First, hey coach, congratulations, man. It's good to be home, no?
Man, it is. It is. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. Great to be home and excited about what we're going to be able to do here soon.
What, coaching is a weird world, brother. I mean, you're at Butler. Coach Jordan's let go. I'm guessing, had no idea what the hell was next for you. Next thing you know, Thad comes in. You're all good. Next thing you know, you get to go home and coach the Aces.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a whirlwind for a lot of different reasons and quite the roller coaster over the last couple months. But they say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's been fun. I thank the world of Coach Jordan bringing me in. Just a great person. Unfortunately, had some things that just didn't go our way, and luckily kept on with Coach Mata, who's unbelievable, just sharp, and has a program heading in the right direction. And Coach Licklider gets let go here at Evansville, which also a great person and really good coach. And obviously, with that being home, it's things in place with the leadership, the president, Perez P, and Ziggy, the AD. A lot of things lined up. It made sense for me to make the move. They say that timing isn't perfect, but coaching is a calling, and I think this was called it to happen at this moment.
When you look at the program, obviously there's been struggles. I know you were a finalist back when Walter McCarty was hired. As you've gone over and you've looked at what's going on there, what's the first thing you did? What's the first thing you need to do?
Yeah, so I watched the current roster and just looked at some of the things that the current guys are good at and some things that we can improve upon, and just more so taking, and I talked about this yesterday, but in 2018, I interviewed, didn't get it, Walter got it. That was right for the program at the time. And, I think in those situations you can either get bitter or you can get better. And I linked up with Coach Smith. He hired me at Utah State and felt like I got better. Felt like I learned a ton, learned how to at that point we were reviving a program at Utah State that had already had success and had history. And that's how I feel here. I feel like there's success, there's history with the program. There's a lot of positives that has happened. We just got to bridge the gap. We got to put in the work. Get the right people on the bus and make sure that we all put forth the effort to be committed to getting better every single day.
Coach, what is your style going to be? What do you envision? How are you guys going to play? What are fans going to see?
Yeah, so, I've been part of staff where we've been defensive-minded. So I don't think you win championships without defending and rebounding. So we're going to get tips, deflection, steals, turn those into transition points, layups, and dunks. Then we're going to try and live at the free throw line by attacking downhill, by playing for each other, playing with pace. But, it's going to be a fun style of basketball with a defensive mindset. We're going to hang our head on defense. And then just play with pace, keep the defense kind of on their heels and attack them, but make sure they're smart attacks. And hopefully we're a high assist team and a low turnover team.
No kidding. Honest to God, I've seen in the NBA, I don't care what level you're at, you can't turn the damn ball over. Honest to God.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey,
that's not going to work.
No, that's not going to work. Give me your influences. Give me some coaches that have had big-time influence on you.
I've been fortunate, just to be around great coaches. I played for Coach Lowry and Coach Lusk, both who were head coaches in this conference. They were assistants under Robert Korn at Missouri Southern, so those guys have been phenomenal. I started with Luke Dino, and Luke Dino is close with Chris Jans, who's now the head coach at Mississippi State. And they're also close with Greg Lansing, who we won a championship in the Missouri Valley at Indiana State with. And again, Craig Smith was – I got a chance to be with him, and between him and Chris Jans, man, just really, really efficient, consistent coaches. Those are guys that I learned a ton from, that I'll lean on, that I'll call, and just build my brand from things that I learned from them.
It's interesting because Evansville is a basketball place, man. I mean, Evansville, I know that people, maybe not know this, but Evansville, you start winning there, man, those people, even now, I'm sure those people are excited, right?
No, what's funny is here with the season and how things are going, and didn't have the success, obviously, that staff, the players, the fans wanted. There were still 4,000 people that were showing up regularly at home games. So, that the state of Indiana is a basketball state. I think Evansville is a basketball city. But then you look at the Missouri Valley, it's a basketball league. And I think that the league is knowledgeable. The league, they're supportive. And Evansville is a place, at Robert Stadium, I grew up, I watched it. I mean, that thing was packed every night. And, when Walter was here, it was packed in. And, people, they're starving to be successful. So are we as a staff, as a roster, as a team. And we're going to do it together. So plan on packing the Ford Center, getting it back to what I'm used to and what the fans are used to.
Is this your normal voice or you got Coach's voice going?
You know what? It's a little both. It's been, I'll tell you this. They had me running yesterday. I started at 8:30 yesterday. We did a photo shoot. Then we did a couple things right after that. And I kept going until about 10 o'clock last night. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and in between, trying to make some recruiting calls and got to complete the staff. It's just been we've been ripping and running. You've been there, Coach. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, man. I recognize the voice, man. Let me go to this real quick because one of the things that a lot of guys, my son's at Illinois State, and man,
absolutely.
I mean, he would come home, because when you move, sometimes you don't have a place to live. So he's like, hey, I'm coming home on weekends, but. He was in the portal every day, all day. I mean, is it easier now? Or is it harder? What is it to build a roster in your mind?
The portal is a necessary evil. Obviously, you have to be knowledgeable of it, but I think you have to be strategic too. You get lost in it a little bit. recruiting is still recruiting, and Thad, will say this is at the end of the day, you're still trying to recruit really good players that are even better people. And luckily been doing this for 18 years. You meet good people, you connect with good people, AU coaches, high school coaches, other college coaches that you trust and you respect. So recruiting to your contacts, I think, is important, and just sticking to your values on top of that is just as important as getting the right person. Because you can get players. I think everybody can get players, but quality players that are quality people, that's where you have to knock it out the park. So it's interesting.
Yeah, right.
At least, but you just can't get lost in what your values are and what your needs are.
Coach, I wish you the best of luck, man. Congratulations. Try to slow down a little bit, because I know, man, that first week or two, holy cow, that is crazy.
I didn't know I was this popular. I'm getting a couple calls, texts, and but I appreciate you having me, and your son is doing a phenomenal job. Been able to meet him, and love what you do.
Thanks.
Always been a listener, a follower. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, last thing before I let you go. Can you explain to people how many people reach out to you wanting a job?
You know what? My kids, they're 14 and 12, and they're looking at my phone, and they're in TikTok and all that stuff, and I'm about at 1,200 texts right now, and my voice mailbox was full extremely quick after things got leaked yesterday. So it comes with it, but I think that the biggest part is having a plan prior to and keeping one. As a young assistant that's looking to be a head coach, and then sticking with it, and but it is popular. It is busy.
You're a very popular, man. Hey, I appreciate you carving out some time with us, man. Good luck this summer. Have a great summer, and then obviously on into the fall. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. That's David Ragland. It's a whirlwind, man. He was on the staff with, they got fired here with Coach Jordan, and you don't know what you're doing. You hope you stay on, or you hope you find a job, and next thing you know, you stay on with that. Next thing you know, you're a head coach. Life comes at you fast, people. Top of the hour, Kevin Bowen. Going to get into some Colts talk when we come back.
Hey there, it's Jake Query. The world-famous Figure 8 takes center stage this weekend at the Tom Wood Group Indianapolis Speedrome, powered by Lincoln Tech. Saturday night, it's the 47th running of the Sprint Shootout 1-hour Figure 8 endurance race for the Thunder and Lightning Unlimited Horsepower late model Figure 8 cars. The Speedrome features family-friendly racing action, great food, free parking, and outrageous fun. And coming June 4th, the return of the Crazy School Bus Figure 8, Insane Trailer Figure 8, and Demo Derbies. Location information and more at speedrome.com.
Tavern Tour 22, brought to you by Evan Williams, continues Thursday 3 to 6 with JMV at the Whistle Stop downtown across from Lucas Oil Stadium. One of the top 10 dive bars in Indy. Tavern Tour 22.
Bowling, 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 keep them balls a-rolling. Bowling, bowling, bowling. Royal Pin.
Are you looking to stay cool this summer and have fun with your family and friends? Call Royal Pin Entertainment at 465-8484 to join a summer league today. Summer leagues are fun and affordable and last only a short time. If you're going to bowl this summer, bowl at a Royal Pin Entertainment Center. Call 465-8484 or go to royalpin.com to join a league today. Grab your friends and stop in your favorite Royal Pin Entertainment Center for open play. Reserve your lanes by the hour at royalpin.com. Come bowling this summer and have the time of your life. Call 465-8484 or go to royalpin.com.
Royal Pin, bowling, bowling. Royal Pin, bowling.
Ryan Kelly, he's the home loan expert. You can get a hold of him at 317-550-1515 or just go to thehomeloanexpert.com. And Ryan, we knew that Washington's reckless spending is going to cause this inflation, but what we weren't sure about was whether or not the housing market would remain hot, and it has because of the lack of supply. Pre-approval is so vital for those who are looking to buy, and it only takes 5 minutes with you.
Absolutely, and you're not lying. I mean, inventory is at these all-time low levels, and it's never been more important to make sure you're working with a strong realtor and a strong mortgage lender. Joe, I got to tell you, a lot of these homes never even hit the market. Like, just the idea, whisper around that real estate office that is a listing coming up, boom, 20, 30 offers, never even got into the system. You need a lender that has a lot of opportunities to give you and give you a leg up on that competition. And that's what the home loan expert does. If you have questions and if you want to get pre-approved, give us a call or jump online, thehomeloanexpert.com.
Hey, tennis fans, with the BetRivers.com sportsbook app, you can smash, slice, and spin your way to big tennis paydays. That's because we're serving up the excitement of live in-game betting, where you can bet on all the action, including point-by-point betting from tournaments around the world. Plus, with BetRivers' award-winning customer service, it's game, set, and match. Download the BetRivers.com sportsbook app. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21. Must be located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 1-800-994-8448.
You know, many people my age who went to college, they'll do something great in the future. But I'm doing something great now.
If you like seeing what you accomplish every day, why not make that your career instead of a desk job?
I know a lot of people without any direction. Well, my direction is up while I help build this high-rise.
Your training is free, so you learn while you earn.
My friends finished their degree in 4 years. That's about what it took for us to finish laying down about a dozen new roads.
Careers as a union laborer are rewarding and ready now. As a member of Laborers Local 120, you'll earn good pay and benefits with lots of job choices.
I do pipeline work.
I'm a concrete finisher.
I lay miles and miles of asphalt.
This is Ward Daniels, business manager of Laborers Local 120. Joining us can lead to a satisfying career for you or someone you know.
So join us.
Join us.
Join us.
We are now accepting qualified apprentices and journeymen. Visit labors120.com to apply.
Jeff Chapman here. Is everything okay over there?
Now my drain's clogged again.
My Chapman team does drains too. All you gotta do is call.
Reckon I'm gonna do it myself.
Well, okay. Get to it, I guess.
I think I got it.
Oh, great.
No, wait a minute. I think I got it.
Billy?
My gosh.
Poor Billy. All he had to do was call Chapman. Just call the man for all seasons. Chapman. Now with convenient online scheduling.
Honey, make that phone call.
This May at Big Red Liquors, it's ice cold beer, hot prices, and even hotter prizes. It's the big giveaway. And this month, Big Red Liquors is giving away 8 Big Red kayaks. Stop by any Big Red Liquors to enter to win. It's free. Must be 21 to enter. No purchase necessary.
Let's go to Vegas, Colts fans, with BullseyeEventGroup.com. Private air charter and a direct flight with a 2-night weekend travel package at Caesars Palace. It's Vegas, baby. Get your spot now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Go Trackside with Kurt, Kevin, and Kevin Lee. Weeknights at 7 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
It's the Dan Dakich Show, 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
July 18th, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, July 18th. That is when the golf outing is. That's right. The Tom Dakich golf outing. Got to get this done. We really don't have, let me think about this. We don't really promote it or have links to it until right after the race. We don't, we've got a lot of people here. But yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's all good. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I think it's our 10th or 11th annual, right? Yeah, it is, man. I like Takuma Sato to win. I love Takuma. Hey, look, I don't know. Takuma Sato to me is exactly what Kevin Lee said. Takuma Sato to me is a guy that, frankly, is, he is going to be fearless. He's got a good, if not, I don't know if he's got a great car, but he's got a good car. Yeah, what are we talking about? So, yeah. Yeah, I like him.
He's also one of those drivers that
feels like he's always there, right in the mix.
He's
going to
be there. He's going to be fine. I mean, there's a lot of guys that can go win the race, but Takuma Sato, in my opinion, is a guy that is worth a bet. $1,800 if you bet 100 on him. There's a lot of good value. Look, Scott Dixon, to me, I think most people feel like Scott Dixon's car is just a badass ride. I think that most people feel like, hey, man, here you go. I mean, look, and again, I said this way back, and people lost their mind, but now I think people are understanding, and I don't make any apology for it because I will tell you point blank, man. I will tell you point blank. Luck factors into this big time. Big time. It does. It absolutely does. Big time. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, what are you going to do? But you know what? I would love to see. I mean, I wouldn't like to see. I would love to see Graham Rahal win the race. I don't know. I would love to see it. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. I think it would be unbelievable if he were able to go win the race. I do. I think that Graham Rahal is one of the nicest guys. And the thing that I really like about Graham Rahal, what I really like about Graham is how much he's doing in and around here. He does so much in and around here. It's really incredible. It is. It's incredible. I mean, all of the thing, whether it's the money he gives per, what is it? Every time he completes a lap, there's more money. I mean, it's just great. It really is. And so I'm all in on that. A lot of people talk, right? A lot of people, mouthy, all that kind of stuff. But hey, at the end of the day, Graham Rahal goes out and does it. He does it for his community, man. And I'm all in on that. People can rip you. People can get mad at you. You don't like, somebody's point of view. What do? They crush you, all that kind of stuff. And that's all fine. But, man, oh, man, Graham Rahal's out there doing good stuff. So I root for him. I do. And I will continue to root for him. I think it's great. Ladies and gentlemen, our bikes program is still around. Don't at me, people. Our bikes program, I need your help. We are trying to give 500 bikes this year to kids that normally would not get bikes. And frankly, my wife and I, and the Indiana Sports Corp, we just need your help. We do. And we would love your help. All you got to do is go to indysportscorp.org, and all you got to do then is look at the tabs across the top. Inspire Sports is there, and voila, press the button, and guess what? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You can get a bike for a kid. A lot of you have really been great. A lot of you have been absolutely fantastic. But we want to get 500 this year, and I need corporate help. I do. I need corporate help. If you are a corporate partner of anybody and you're looking for something to do, I need your help. I do. Because 500 is a lot. Last year, man, we had all kind of people. Tony Dungy got involved. Anthony Calhoun got involved. You know what I mean? I mean, folks got involved. And, look, let's be honest. It's easy to get involved, and we want you. We want you. We need you. We have to have you. IndianaSportsCorp.org. I'm going to send out some pictures on Twitter over the course of the, next couple days and all. But we need your help. I need your help. The kids need your help. We need your help. You know what I mean? So, let's go. The goal, 500. It is 500 bikes to kids that would never get bikes. That's right. 500 bikes to kids that would never get bikes. And all you got to do is go to IndianaSportsCorp.org. Right across the top, it says Inspire Sports. Click that. Look, you'll see Dakich Cycles and whatever you can give. We can't take bikes, and a lot of you, a lot of you want to give us bikes, and I'm thankful for that. But, at the end of the day, we can't take them. So we're getting new bikes, we get new helmets, we get everything new so that kids, and locks, so that kids have a great, great opportunity to have a wonderful summer and a wonderful Christmas. We give them out twice, right? And that's what we want to do. So, you know what? If you can help us, we would love for you to help us. Please. Please. I'm sending a video of a young lady. I got a bunch of these, but she's the best. She's unbelievable. She really is. I like her. So if I like her, then you got to like her, right? So I'm trying to find the link. I'm very bad at finding the link. I always screw the link up. Link up. So, I'll take whatever crap people want to give me. I'll take whatever. But, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do good stuff for people. And everybody else can bitch, whine, and moan while they ain't doing it. We're going to do it. That's how we roll. 317-239-1070 is the number. Dan at 1070 The Fan. Could somebody do me a favor? I mean, I'm on the site right now, but I don't know how to copy the link or whatever. I must be dumb. Well, I am dumb. But I'm trying to figure out how to get the link copy. All right, we'll be right back. We got Kevin Bowen next.
The grass grows taller. Fathers take sons for their first trip to the Speedway. Sons take fathers to their 50th. Family traditions wrapped in checkered black and white. This is May in Indiana.
Starting to form in a perfect formation.
And this is your station for the month of May.
Green flag fly. Helio takes the lead on a turn one. Right.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
The Mower Shop in Fishers proudly offers Spartan mowers built in the United States for the strongest lineup in America. Spartan mowers at themowershop.com. 317-849-9500.
The NBA playoffs are heating up, and you can make every game feel like Game 7 on FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA. Hey, it's Mark from Kevin and Query, and throughout the playoffs, all customers can place a no-sweat same-game parlay each week, and you'll get up to $20 in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel has so many ways to play, and best of all, when you do win, you'll get paid faster than a fast break. If you're new to FanDuel, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code MARK to get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Once again, that's promo code MARK, M-A-R-C. And if you already have an account, you're all set to bet, no sweat. Either way, you'll get up to $20 in free bets if your same-game parlay during the playoffs doesn't win. FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA. 21 and over and present in Indiana. Refund issued is now withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet $20 per week. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Start a new career with a job that keeps your community safe. The Marion County Sheriff, Carrie Forrestal, is hiring detention deputies to work in the brand new Community Justice Center. You'll supervise and guard offenders, making Marion County a better place to live. Starting pay begins at around $40,000 a year with a $5,000 signing bonus. Enjoy great benefits like complete health coverage and pension plan. Start your career as a detention deputy and earn the respect of your community. Apply today at joinmcso.indy.gov.
Everything is more expensive these days. Gas, groceries, you name it. One thing you cannot put a price on is peace of mind, which is why I am a AAA member. Flat tire, dead battery, run out of gas, lock your keys in the car. AAA is there 24/7, 365 days a year. Plus, as a AAA member, I can get discounts on all sorts of stuff. Hotels, rental cars, restaurants, tickets, and more. Lee and I always use our AAA membership when saving for hotels on the road. My AAA membership saves me so much money each year that it practically pays for itself. To get your AAA membership, visit AAA.com or call 844-GO-AAA-GO or stop by your local AAA office. And don't forget, ask about our complimentary travel planning and great insurance rates, whether it's home, auto, life, and so much more, because you don't have to be stuck on the side of the road to get assistance from AAA.
Your neighbor Mark loves spring in Indy, but he hates to paint. So he called Rhino Shield.
It's a 2-story home built in 1992. Around 2001, looking at needing to paint, I heard a radio ad, with Rhino Shield, you won't have to paint again for another 25 years.
That's because Rhino Shield's not paint, it's better.
They're very professional. We had everything done. Everything that would typically be painted on a house was done, and it was very fast.
All right, Indy, get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
It was done in 2001 and still going strong. From what I've seen on our home, they can easily offer a 25-year guarantee and not worry about it.
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
It's time for a visit to Barrington Jewels. Barrington Jewels has been serving Indianapolis's fine jewelry needs for almost 35 years. Stop in today to browse a huge selection of the most finely crafted and exquisite pieces in the Midwest, including diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, and more. The best craftsmanship at truly the best price. Low-cost jewelry repair, and even appraisals. And remember, you haven't seen a diamond until you've seen a Barrington diamond. Barrington Jewels, East 82nd Street or barringtonjewels.com.
Skip the long lines and high cost at the banks and get pre-approved today for your next home purchase or a refinance at thehomeloanexpert.com. NMLS number 1326241.
The Sundown Gardens Memorial Weekend Specials on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs through Memorial Day. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road, sundown.gardens.com.
93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Three days to go on 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan. It's the Dan Dakich Show, 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
Hey, KB! Nice enough to join us. We already lost our ass because Eddie and I both decided we're taking under 4.5 for the first 3 innings. Cubs, Reds, that is it's in the toilet. It's in the toilet. It's totally in the toilet. So there you go.
I was shocked that they're playing today. I figured with all the weather that we got earlier today that it'd be a struggle. But as a Reds fan, I know it doesn't make you very happy. I'm very grateful that they're playing after seeing the offensive explosion for the Red Wings. Rare.
Is there any way that this game can be, canceled and they got to start over if we go under 4.5? Is there any way? Is there any way? Oh, yeah. Man.
Less than ideal for your Cubbies. But, this series, I feel like if you don't, watch the first inning or two, it's like, oh, yeah, Cubs are up 4-0 in the first inning of their night. Or, the Reds have been able to get back into the game early on as well. So, nothing like just, two of the NL Central's finest going back and forth for a little late May split.
I got to tell you, I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I've been fascinated by this series, and I have no idea why. I think it's because my life has gotten dull, and I don't know. But basketball last night was awful. Both teams were terrible. Who you got in the 500, big dog?
Gosh, I'm so torn. I think I'm going to go with Will Power.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I feel like he's just kind of flying under the radar, which is probably really weird to say about a former champion who drives for Team Penske. But, he's in the middle row 4, and I feel like he's been really consistent this year. And, again, been there, done that. And I don't know. Maybe I just want to be a little contrarian and not pick a Ganassi car or something like that. But, I was part of a draft earlier. I was listening to you guys. You guys like Takuma Sato, correct?
I do, yes. I do. I think Takuma Sato is kind of fits the profile of at least having a shot here in a fast race.
So we got him. I do a draft with my brothers-in-law. We got him with the 9th overall pick, which I was pretty pleased with.
Yeah. 2-time champ? Night. Come on.
Right. And, hell, he could have even more, which is kind of crazy to say. Sotto's a name that you certainly like. But, I'll go with Will Power.
Yeah, it is interesting. Do you bet the race?
Oh, yeah.
How do you bet it? Because you can go matchups. You can go guy against guy. You can go, you can go winner. There's good value. It's actually a better, I think, easier thing to bet than maybe the PGA golf tournament. You only got really 12, 15 guys that can win it.
So I kind of go twofold. I start betting like early May when they first put the odds out, because my thinking there is like, all right, I'm going to bet on a guy that will qualify high, and the odds are going to shrink by the time, quals happen. So let's try and get ahead of the game and, get a couple of people in the stable, if you will, that have a little bit longer odds right now. Well, that backfired. I went with Alexander Rossi and Joseph Newgarden back at the start of the month, and neither of them qualified in the top 12. So that wasn't great. But you can just find such great odds. Like, I got Renus VK at plus 2,200. I mean, he's outside of row one, and he's, it's just like I find myself looking at the odds sheet and being like, these are too good to pass up. So sprinkle a little here, sprinkle a little there. Obviously, I kind of cover myself with Dixon, considering he is the definite favorite. The other thing I like, one of my buddies was texting me earlier today. He likes, and he's a big IndyCar guy. See if I can pull it up. Santino Ferrucci for a top 10.
Yes.
At 3.5 to 1. And Juan Pablo Montoya for a top 10 at 4 to 1. So I need to take a closer look at the top 10s, but again, that's where you can make some pretty good money as well.
Let me give you Ferrucci. 2021 started 23rd, finished 7th. 2020 started 19th, finished 4th. 2019 started 23rd, finished 6th, and he was the lap leader in all 3 races. How about that?
Me like a lot.
Yeah. Me likey.
So I think that's kind of a game to play as well, because you're always going to have it. You're always going to have somebody kind of slithering their way through the field, and maybe had a bad draw in quals or whatnot, and they're able to finish top 10. So I need to take a closer look at that, but that's pretty much how I go about it.
It is interesting. I don't mind matchups, and I'm waiting to see, because they're not out yet. But why I like matchups, KB? Because it gives me another thing to lose my mind over and go again, get excited about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does. It gives me another thing to go, all right, here we go. Even if even if my guy's out early. I like betting matchups. I'm not mad at matchups. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, we don't have to go outright winner. Dixon runs away with it for some reason, which typically doesn't happen. But, for some reason he does. You've got a little bit of scratch elsewhere. All right, let me throw a couple matchups at you.
Yeah.
Row 7, you've got Rossi and Rahal next to each other.
All right. Since I think they're even, since I think luck factors in, I like both. This is a good one, actually, to ask me, because I really like talking to Rossi, although I think by the end of our interview, he got tired of me. And Rahal is phenomenal. So I'm going to take Rahal, and it has nothing to do with anything other than I like both of them, but I liked my interview with Graham Rahal better. And he had a chance to win last year, and he got bad luck. If you have bad luck, eventually luck turns. He's going to have some luck this year.
Yeah, and I feel like a few years ago, Bourdais wrecked him late as well.
Yeah.
He kind of had some bad luck there. Okay, let's go a little bit further back. Colton Herta, Elio Castroneves, row 9.
I'm not betting against Elio. Like, I'm not. Now, again, it's the opposite, right? He had things fall his way last year, obviously the big win. But I have a hard time betting against Elio here. I'll give you one. You ready?
Yeah.
On my site, it's plus 100 to take Jimmy Johnson over Marcus Ericsson. That's pretty good at plus money against minus 130, 30% juice.
boy, I feel like Erickson is just like no one is giving him credit.
Right.
He's the middle of row 2. He's on Ganassi. He is improved oval wide. Yeah, I don't. Jimmy Johnson is going to be, to me, that's the bigger storyline than Elio winning 5th. I mean, I get the magnitude of Elio winning a 5th, but like what Jimmy Johnson has thought of this race his entire life and what he decided to do in coming to IndyCar, the dude's really got his teeth knocked in the last couple of years. I mean, he's been, if you look at just pure results and you knew nothing about, and I'm not going to act like I know a ton about racing, but like if you just looked at his results, you'd be like, God, Jimmy Johnson sucks in IndyCar. I mean, every race, it's like 23rd, and Jimmy Johnson's qualified 24th, and now all of a sudden he does well at Texas on an oval. He qualifies high here, and like he has looked forward to Sunday. I'd put it right up there with any day in his life, probably outside of marriage and kids. Like, this has been a dream for him. How does he react to that? Yeah, he qualified 12th. I mean, he also hit the wall, at one point during practice. So, gosh, that's a good one. Part of me looks at those odds, though, and thinks that's Vegas knowing people will bet Jimmy Johnson because of name recognition.
If it's too good to be true, big boy, it is, right?
Right. I mean, that's like, Tiger's odds to make the cut of the PGA. Yeah, they always sweeten it, knowing full well that people are going to bet on Tiger because it's Tiger. People are going to bet on Jimmy Johnson because it's Jimmy Johnson.
Would you take Palou over Dixon, or would you take Dixon over Palou?
Gosh, I went back and forth on that. I'll go with Dixon, but boy, Palou seems to be like he could be the next Dixon, as maybe as crazy as that sounds. Like, of these young guys, like we had VK on. I know you've talked to Colton Herta, even Pato Award. Like, they're all great personalities, but you can listen to them and you all hear their age at some point, or you watch them race and you see like, all right, there's a reason why this guy's 21. There's a reason why this guy's 22, and you haven't seen a young winner of the 500 in quite some time. Palou just strikes me as different. He just strikes me as a dude that's older than his age and, pretty even keel. And so that one, I think, to a lot of people, it's like, oh, yeah, Dixon, duh. But I feel like I'm a little bit more torn on that. I would go with Dixon, but I think Palou's pretty special.
It's so funny you say that because I said this earlier on the show, and my wife, Lee, and I were talking about the race, and she's like, well, who you like? And I said, even though his English is not his first language for Palou, obviously he's a Spaniard, but there was something that he said. I said this earlier on the show, KB. There was something in the way he said it that made me believe he was going to win this thing. There was. Yeah.
It's just like if you were to play clips, and this sounds bad, but if you were going to play clips from Herta, VK, and Palou, I just don't sense a young age in Palou, and I just feel like that matters so much. Like 500 miles, I mean, Dan, we all go to the race. The race is a long race. I mean, you got to be patient as hell. I think back to last year, I think it was last year, where Dixon just gives up the lead early on lap 1, and you're watching it, and you're like, oh, man, what a move by Herta. And then VK passes Herta, and you're like, wow, what a move. Well, like in the back of your mind, and after talking to people, you're like, well, Dixon did those things for a reason. He wants to let those young guys go out and lead and then, try and play a little bit of a strategy game from there. So, Palou just seems to be wired differently for me.
When you look at this year's race, I asked Kevin Lee this. I'm talking to Kevin Bowen right now on the hotline brought to you by the Mower Shop. They introduced Spartan's mower, the perfect mower to fit any yard, any size, any time. Go to mowershop.com. The numbers from qualifications say it's going to be a fast race. Obviously, a lot of factors. You expecting maybe a record time here, or at least a very fast race?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know. What I am hoping for is just a good amount of passing. I feel like we got a ton of it, 2014, 15, 16, those years haven't gotten maybe as much. It seems like the temperatures will be, kind of low 80s on Sunday, so I'm hoping that's not too hot where the passing is difficult. And obviously you want everybody to be safe, but again, selfishly from an entertainment standpoint, a good amount of yellows, the better, because watching the restarts is everything. I mean, the green flag is the green flag. And sure, you're going to watch Dixon and Pillow and VK come to the line, but my eyes will then, obviously they'll just kind of migrate with the rest of the field. But those rows we talked about earlier, like Ray Hall and Rossi on the first few laps, watching them, and then Herta and Elio and Scott McLaughlin in row 9, like that's the really entertaining, fun stuff to watch, I think, early on, because those guys know full well that the restarts are huge opportunities to try and nab 3-4 cars, something like that, and really start to position themselves for the end of the race. But from a sheer number standpoint, yeah, you would think it is at a high number. It's just weird though. I don't know if I feel that as a fan. When I'm sitting there and I sit in stand J, which is kind of the end of turn 4, it's hard to feel like the actual speed on a historical stance. Obviously they're fast as what, but like, okay, are they going, 200? That is different. To me, it's more of like, all right, is there a good amount of passing? And do you get the restarts to where, we get to 190 and there's, 6 guys that are all in the picture, if you will, that have a shot to win it.
No, I agree with you. I do. I just simply go by, how many yellows are coming out? If very few yellows come out, we're going to have a fast race. I'm not good enough. Hey, you went to OTAs. You saw the Colts. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, last thing on that, yellows for me mean potty break and then get back for the green flag in time.
Absolutely, so, no question. Absolutely.
Sprint down the stands, get to the bathroom, and by the end of lap 2 of the yellow, then get back up there for the green flag. OTAs, yeah, it's still pretty light on physicality. I did think for what it's worth yesterday, if there is a part of the passing game or a part of the game, I guess you can replicate this time of year. It probably is more the passing game. The speed there is kind of close to 100%. I know the defense won the day. If you're going to kind of go off something like that, I thought some of the young corners, some of the unproven guys, really had a nice day. And I think a question you'll have throughout this season, and certainly lead into the season, and Michael Pittman did leave early due to some tightness, but can these guys separate? I think the accuracy of Matt Ryan will be there, but if these guys can't separate and create some opportunity and some window, then your passing offense is not going to take the jump that you expect with a guy like Ryan. So I think that's something that I'm going to be watching for. And given the group, wide out and tight end group, they did have a couple drops yesterday. I think that's something to watch. Hey,
I've been saying, and I think you have too. I don't know, but and Frank said it yesterday about Nyheim Hines. I thought it was criminal malpractice, as Venturi says. That Nyheim Hines was not used much last year. I thought it was malpractice. I hope that we're smart enough to use him this year. Sounds like Frank thinks they're gonna.
Yeah, very adamant. Been very outspoken on that before the Matt Ryan signing. I think the Ryan signing just adds to it. There was a play yesterday, Dan, where Zaire Franklin is guarding Hines one-on-one. Like Zaire Franklin a lot, but that matchup is like if we're at a Braves game and they're like, "All right, Kevin, go on the field and you race that freeze guy today." Yeah. Like, there's just no shot. And sure enough, Matt Ryan, hits Nyheim Hines in stride on the proper shoulder, leads him into space, and then boom, Hines can show off why he ran 4.38 at the combine a handful of years ago. So when you look at this group, you could make the argument, if you looked at wideout, tight end, and running back, put all the guys in one room on the Colts roster, you could say Nyheim Hines is the second most accomplished pass catcher in the NFL. Now, that's not a ringing endorsement of the group, but it's just kind of the state of where you're at right now. So he's a guy that I would trust. I know he's had drops at times, but still, compared to the rest of the group, he's a guy that not only brings speed, but, again, he has been there much more so than what you've got at tight end, what you have behind Michael Pittman, things like that. So, if you are in the PPR fantasy leagues, the point for a reception, Frank Reich was pretty adamant yesterday. Go ahead and draft Nyheim Hines.
I like it because I am in love with speed. Did Alec Pierce play? Did any of the rookies show out at all?
Very quiet. Pierce was really mostly with the second unit. The second unit was still run by Sam Ehlinger. Nick Foles has been here for a day or two, so he wasn't doing that. So when they went to kind of team sessions, Pierce was mostly with the second unit so far. But, all the other rookies were out there practicing to some degree.
Last thing before I let you go, Kenny Moore, kind of weird. He's there, but he's not practicing. He wants a contract. And I went over it last night or yesterday on the show. I don't know. He probably does deserve a little more, but he did sign a deal.
Yeah, it's weird. If this is a debate class, Dan, I could see both sides having a good amount of points to make here. If you're Chris Ballard, you're like, dude, blame your former agent.
Right.
He's the one that, had you sign this 4-year deal, and you didn't really bet on yourself again in your prime kind of mid-20s. And then if you're Kenny Moore, you're like, hey, I'm being paid like the 30th corner in the league, and I mean more to you than that. And he's right. I mean, hasn't missed a game the last 2 years. I know he played very poor the last 2 games of the season, but to me, Dan, the thing that stands out to me about Kenny Moore, and I guess in summary, I do believe he deserves a slight pay increase. I just don't think there's another – on defense, I don't think there's a more consistent Colt. Again, available, and I just think he does his job consistently at the best week in and week out. Again, I know last year didn't end well for him, but there's so many times early in games, there's Kenny Moore knocking a ball away. There's Kenny Moore making a play in space. There's him blowing up a screen. And for those that label him a slot corner, I think that's unfair. Like, he plays outside corner
I agree.
For the Colts a whole lot. And honestly, I think the Stephon Gilmore signing sparked something in his mind. Again, he's got a new agent, so obviously, agency-wise, they want to make a big splash. But Stephon Gilmore's making probably, $2-3 million more than him, and Gilmore is 6 years older, much more injured over the last 2 years, and isn't as versatile as Kenny Moore. So I think that plays into it as well. Having said all that, Ballard isn't dumb. He knows full well that precedent will be set with what he does here. And if he makes, a sacrifice, if you will, and guarantees Kenny more money or does a new contract, there's going to be a lot of guys in that locker room that see that, take note of it, and when it's their time, they're going to make sure, their agency is going to make sure that the GM knows that.
Appreciate you, KB. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Yes, sir. You boys enjoy the race.
Thanks, buddy. That's Kevin Bowen. You hear him every morning. We'll be back.
Sometimes an injury or death happens due to someone else's mistake. Find justice with the injury attorneys at Parr Ritchie at 317-269-2509. PARRinjury.com.
Denny Smith here for Sundown Gardens. The Memorial Weekend Special is on at Sundown Gardens. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs through Memorial Day. Complete your planning for the summer and save money at the Sundown Gardens Memorial Weekend Special. 20% off all perennials and container shrubs. Sundown Gardens. Look for them on Facebook and Instagram. Ask about their loyalty program. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road or sundown.gardens.com. That's sundown.gardens.com.
Realizing Geico is your one-stop shop for all your insurance needs is like realizing you can just toss the whole measuring cup into the washer so it won't get gunked up with laundry detergent.
I guess it doesn't work for coffee mugs, huh?
It's something that's been right in front of you this whole time, like how Geico offers 24/7 emergency roadside service to help you when you need it most. Or how athletic wristbands aren't for your wrists, they're for wiping sweat off your forehead.
Great. So, what are headbands for?
80s night at the dance club. Woo!
It's something you can't believe you never realized before, like how Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance, with even more ways to save when you add boat, motorcycle, and RV insurance. Or how a pony is its own animal and not just a baby horse.
So, what's a baby pony called?
Getting more ways to save. It's just one of the many reasons to switch to Geico. They're all right there in front of you.
With summer right around the corner, I am itching to get back outside hitting the golf course. And if you are concerned with some lingering aches and pains, you don't have to go through another summer with that awful joint pain. You can call QC Kinetics. I'm Kevin Bowen. You guys know that pain in your back, your knees, your shoulder, it can now be treated with the latest in precision medicine using natural biologics, growth factors that can restore and repair damaged tissue. And this is QC Kinetics. They are the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, giving you access right here to this modern-day joint pain solution. You can get lasting joint pain relief with no drugs, no steroids, no downtime. You've heard Emmett Smith raving about QC Kinetics, and you've read or seen other high-profile people talking about it. Regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics that can help get your life back. Take action now. Get a free consultation. Call QC Kinetics 463-235-7160. They're in Eagle Creek and Greenwood. That's 463-235-7160.
Hey there, it's Jake Query. The world-famous Figure 8 takes center stage this weekend at the Tom Wood Group Indianapolis Speedrome, powered by Lincoln Tech. Saturday night, it's the 47th running of the Sprint Shootout 1-hour Figure 8 endurance race for the Thunder and Lightning unlimited horsepower late model Figure 8 cars. The Speedrome features family-friendly racing action, great food, free parking, and outrageous fun. And coming June 4th, the return of the Crazy School Bus Figure 8, Insane Trailer Figure 8, and Demo Derbies. Location information and more at speedrome.com.
Hey, Bet Rivers is your home for betting on the French Open. I love the French Open. Log in any day of the French Open to receive a 20% profit boost that you can use on any live in-play bet on the French Open. The top half of the men's draw loaded, shaping up to be an amazing Grand Slam event. Get your free profit boost today and every day at betrivers.com or on the BetRivers app. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. You got to be 21 or older, people. That's right. You must be located in the great state of Indiana if you have a gambling problem, or you know someone who does and wants help. All you got to do is call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's 1-800-994-8448. Remember, you can receive a 20% profit boost when you use that you can use on any live in-play bet on the French Open. French Open's fun. Get there.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Hey, I'm Ariana. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Southwest Salad is when I take a bite, it's like, wow. I'm getting a punch from the roasted corn. I'm getting a kick from the spicy chicken. It's just great.
Hi, this is Tori. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the avocado lime dressing. It adds to the chicken, the bacon, and the roasted corn. It takes the salad to a whole nother level.
Order a salad for delivery on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Have you tried Moondrops Distillery yet? Dan Dakich here with my new partners in, well, right here, Fortville, Indiana. It says local Fortville, Indiana. No. Dan Dakich with my new partners in local Fortville, Indiana spirits. Yeah, I'm in on it. Moondrops is in over, listen to this, 80 liquor, grocery, and restaurants right now. They have the classics, the bourbon, which is outstanding, the vodka, and the rum, which I love. I do. If you want something different, they made the taste of an Indiana summer into their lemon shake-up bonfire blend this Friday. Here's the deal. Stop by Crown Liquors in Noblesville at 734 Westville Road or in Fishers at 8808 116th Street for a lemon shake-up tasting from 4 to 6, plus Saturday at the Crown Liquor Store in Greenfield from 4 to 6, 2222. That's 4 2s, North State Street, right there in Greenfield. Check out moondropsdistillery.com for the magic of shared experience. Moondrops Distillery, experience something special.
Springtime in Indy. The home really took a hit this winter. Rhino Shield. Call 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41. So don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino.
It's a night in the Fan Cave presented by Forum. Join Kevin Bowen, Jake Query, Dan Dakich, and JMB for a night of entertainment. Find tickets and details at 1075thefan.com.
For the first time since Michael Keaton played Batman.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
The Pacers have a lottery draft pick.
With the 7th pick in the 1989 NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select George McLeod.
Hopefully it goes better than that.
I'm going to get to the Pacers draft.
The Pacers roster situation.
Keegan Murray makes an awful lot of sense at 6.
We'll keep you up to date all the way till draft night on June 23rd on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan. It's the Dan Dakich Show, 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Hey, I need your help. I'm going to say it again. I need your help. And I do. Indiana Sports Corp. Myself, the lovely Lee Ross Dakich, Molly Wright over at the Sports Corp. We need your help, man. We are trying to give 500 bikes to kids, and we need your help. We sent out a newsletter, and, you know, we gave 330 bikes last year, and we want to do 500 this year, and we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. If I got to pay for my own damn pocket, I'm going to do it. Bikes, locks, helmets. We appreciate everything. My friend Tommy Bowen did it, and I really, really appreciate it. And if anybody, and some of you have already given, John Buzzard, I appreciate it very much. Anything you can give is great, and I will. The link is on my Twitter, indianasportscorp.org/inspiring-sports. Dakich Cycles is where it's at. It's on my Twitter handle. I'll try to do it again here. But, hey, look, we need your help. We do. We're dying to get this done for kids, man. There's nothing better. I put a couple pictures out. And, you know, the faces, and look, we would love to have people come with us. You know what I mean? We would love to. We would love to have, if you donate and you say, hey, Dan, I want to come out, man. I want to see what's going on here. We'll tell you where we're going to be, and we would love to have you, you know, give bikes to kids. Hell, I'll introduce you as someone that made dreams happen, man. I just think it's great. I do. And we need your help because it's all we do. We just do this. You know, by a word of mouth is what we do. We don't do it any other way. It's just word of mouth. So, you know, I know people get mad, I guess, that I do this. I don't know why, but, you know, Greggy gets mad and we're fine. But at the end of the day, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's have a party for kids. John Buzzard, I thank you. Here we go. I just got a big sheet here from a guy. Steve, I'm going to have to read some of this right now. Let's see here. Steve said, back to normal, 2 straight weird months of May with no fans for a 500 limited crowd last year. 2022 is back with lots of fans and normal activities, concerts, a snake pit. All of us working at this speedway are looking forward to a great race weekend. Hope everyone attending enjoys it as well. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, unbelievable stat regarding IndyCar parity. You ready? Top 9 finishing cars represented by 9 different race teams. When I first heard this, I didn't believe it, as a top multiple car teams usually dominate the top finishers, but not for this race. After checking the finishing order, this stat was indeed correct. All right, there you go. I want everybody to have a great time. This is going to be a fantastic weekend. Weather's supposed to be beautiful Saturday and Sunday. It's not supposed to be great today or tomorrow, but that's all right. It doesn't need to be great today. Hell, today, go out. You know what? Don't do nothing. Yesterday, I was beat, man. Yesterday, I was beat the first time. I never nap. Like, I don't nap. I know a lot of you nap. I know a lot of you swear by the nap. The great Royce Waltman used to say, I take a nap every day. I have never been able to take a nap. I haven't. But I am trying. I tried yesterday. I was so whipped, and I don't know why. I went home and I slept. True story. I slept from about 4 o'clock till about 6:15, 6:30. I never do that. 2 shows, man. A lot of talking. Too much talking. A lot of Dakich talking. But anyway, tomorrow we're going to be at the track. Come see us. If it is not raining, we will be at the Pagoda pavilion right there where we always are. I like being outside for that. I think it's fun. Last year we had to go inside. We went into the media center, and if you remember, Dave Portnoy joined us. Mike Tirico joined us. Jake joined us, actually, before he was working here. Jake Query jumped in with us. It was a good time. Tirico's going to join tomorrow around 2 o'clock. Jason Hammer at 12:30 live in studio or in wherever the hell we're at. Benetti's going to join. We'll get to the bottom of the Tim Anderson, Josh Donaldson deal. Harumph. Colts did practice yesterday. Let's talk a little Colts for just a second. Man, oh man. I mean, the Colts got it going on. If you listen to the media, they're calling it a miracle. Our friend Chappie is. They are calling it a miracle that the Colts were able to get Foles. A miracle. I don't know if that's a miracle. Look, if I'm going to have a miracle, I want something better than Nick Foles showing up. I do. I want a little. Come on, give me a little something better than that, can you? Please? Please and thank you. Matt Ryan, or Frank Reich on Matt Ryan. I always knew he was a great passer, but his accuracy is insane. It's insane. Reminds him of Manning. Jeez, just stop. Can we? Jake Arthur, look at Jakey. Jakey, a big-time critic of mine, says, I know that Kenny Moore, all I know is that Kenny Moore is one of the few Colts players that do things on the field on a consistent basis that leave me in awe. Jeez. In awe. Really? Yeah, I wasn't too in awe when we needed Colts being the we, a win against the Raiders, and he was toast. He was Elvis Patterson. And I was even less in awe when he and his defensive crew came out against Jacksonville. But, hey, man, that's what we got here in the media. Chappie, Colts went from zero experience at quarterback to Matt Ryan and Nick Foles. Couple of miracles. We got miracles. We got awe. We got Peyton Manning. You think the PR department of the Colts ain't cranking it out? Wow. Oh, man. How about that? Yee, doggy. It's coming hot and heavy. Hey, man, I'm a little blogger boy named Jake. Kenny Moore leaves me in awe. In awe. Wow. In awe. All right. Miracles. This is like Moses parting the Red Sea. This is like Moses going up and coming down with the tablets, the 10 Commandments. We got Nick Foles, baby. We got Nick Foles, and we got, what is his name? Matt Ryan. All right, not even in their prime, and it's a miracle. We got miracles around here. All right.
Give us the Lombardi.
God bless us. We got miracles. It's pretty amazing, man. I mean, honest to God, when I look at miracles, I look at like, hey, man. Oh, yeah, here we go. Alex says, well, you know, the one-handed interception was awe-inspiring, and the loss at Jacksonville is on Wentz, only in Indiana, man. Only in Indiana. Yes, Wentz came out and gave up a touchdown and set the tone for the game when Wentz was on the sideline. Yes. Yes, that was on Wentz. It is amazing how little dudes will believe what people write about the Colts. Hey, Dan, when has a sports player left you in awe? Well, truthfully, I got to tell you, the dunk the other day by Andrew Wiggins down the lane, yeah, that I jumped up. I did. I jumped up. I did. I went, oh, I don't know if I was in awe, but hey, look, Jakey Arthur never played, never coached, never nothing, but he's a fan and he's built, I guess, a following. I don't know who he is, but hey, he's in awe. Man, I got to tell you, hats off. Hats off to the damn Colts PR department, man. I mean, they got these dudes wrapped around their finger. We got a guy that we're in awe of on a team that did not make the playoffs with a, quote, Super Bowl roster. Damn. All right. Okay. All right. Good to know. I'm in awe. Hey, man, Matt Ryan reminds me of Peyton Manning. Really? How so? They're both old. They got big foreheads, same kind of hair. I'll give you that. He's insanely accurate against what? Seriously, against what? Against a defense that is what? But we're in awe of this. Man, I got to tell you, I'm all in. You know what? I'm fighting an uphill battle. Because I just got to do what everybody else is doing, man, which is, hey, man, the greatest team ever. Dan, what's your prediction for the Colts? 17-0. I got to jump on this bandwagon. I got to be in awe. I got to consider getting two guys outside their prime to quarterback our team. I got to do this. I have got to. I do. I have got to consider that a miracle. Hey, Dan, if you won the Indy 500, what kind of milk would you be drinking? Man, that's a great question. Can we go with chocolate milk? If we can go with chocolate milk, I'm in. I would. I would go. Look, I used to drink milk, and milk was very refreshing. It was. But, man, oh, man. I don't know. Dan, are we giving away drivers? Here's the problem we have. I would love to give away drivers, but the prize, they don't really give me prizes here. So at the end of the day, the prize is always the co-host, and we're so backed up on co-host. Hey, Dan, maybe he's in awe of Kenny Moore leading the league in receptions allowed. Look it up. No one had more passes completed against them than Kenny Moore did. It was like 88 catches or some crazy number. I guess I'm in awe, too. That is from Bargain Bin Ballard. I am in awe. What are we doing? Seriously. What are we doing? Oh, man. Come on, people. You got a 9-8 team that plays in the easiest division in sports. And look, until they do anything, you got to do something around here before I'm in awe. Don't you? Or am I just wrong, man? All right, I'm just wrong. I need to get on this bandwagon because I have said, and I have bet $500 on it. I have bet the Colts to win the division. If the Colts don't win the division, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Kenny Moore. All right, here we go. Andrew Luck gets attacked for retiring because his body was beaten to a pulp, and he realized he needed to retire. Really? Played 16 games, was talking about how excited he was. And now we got people attacking Kenny Moore for wanting a bump in pay. Kenny Moore has done nothing but be a great player and leader in the Indianapolis community. Pathetic. Guy responds, Dakich, Dan Dakich, and consequences have been a disaster for the human race. Look, I'm sorry. I said Kenny Moore should get more money. I like Kenny Moore. I hope I sit with him again this year like I did last year at the Tyler Trent golf outing on the 6th of June. I hope I do. All right. Dan, don't misunderstand. Leading the league in receptions allowed is a terrible. You think I don't know that? You think I don't know that? Bargain bin? I understand what it means, son. Yes, this is all my fault. I agree. I want Jake Arthur to tell me Kenny Moore puts me in awe. I am. Don't at me, people. I am in awe of Kenny Moore. Awe. How could the Colts not be giving him, I don't know, award money? I think he should get more money, but he don't put me in no awe. What are you, out of your mind? All right, we'll be right back. Race of the day next.
Hey there, it's Jake Query. The world-famous Figure 8 takes center stage this weekend at the Tom Wood Group Indianapolis Speedrome, powered by Lincoln Tech. Saturday night, it's the 47th running of the Sprint Shootout 1-hour Figure 8 endurance race for the Thunder and Lightning unlimited horsepower late-model Figure 8 cars. The Speedrome features family-friendly racing action, great food, free parking, and outrageous fun. And coming June 4th, the return of the crazy school bus Figure 8, insane trailer Figure 8, and demo derbies. Location information and more at speedrome.com.
Skip the long lines and high cost at the banks and get pre-approved today for your next home purchase or a refinance at thehomeloanexpert.com. NMLS number 1326241.
This May at Big Red Liquors, it's ice cold beer, hot prices, and even hotter prizes. It's the big giveaway. And this month, Big Red Liquors is giving away 8 Big Red kayaks. Stop by any Big Red Liquors to enter to win. It's free. Must be 21 to enter. No purchase necessary.
Hey, Dan Dakich here for Brooke and my friend John at Hubler Chevrolet. Hubler's my Chevy dealer. If you're car shopping, you got to go to Hubler. Learn about the Hubler buying experience and thank me later. 5 Chevy locations: Franklin, Shelbyville, Rushville, Bedford, of course, US 31 South here in Indianapolis. Hubler has a store near you with a team ready to help. Click drivehublerchevy.com. Learn more. See why Hoosiers have trusted Hubler for over 60 years. It's Sport Utility Spring at Hubler with deals on Chevy's award-winning SUV lineup. Now is the time to reserve your new SUV, and Hubler has more available than any other dealer. I have a new Traverse on order, and Hubler made the process so easy. Talk to Hubler if you're looking for a new ride or how to reserve your next Chevy. Don't forget, only Hubler includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile limited warranty for peace of mind driving. If you're looking for a quality used vehicle, Hubler has over 850 pre-owned cars and trucks in stock. All Q-certified vehicles include a 2-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Click drivehublerchevy.com or stop by any location today and tell them Daniel J. Dakich sent you.
Sip and save at Circle K with our great new drink subscription. Join Sip and Save today and enjoy 1 drink a day every day for just $5.99 a month. Enjoy your favorite Circle K ice cold fountain drink, Froster, or freshly ground coffee every day. That's 30 drinks a month for only $5.99. So sip and save at Circle K. Sign up in store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
Hi, it's Bob from Royal Spa. Soaking in a hot tub full of Epsom salts is the absolute best way to minimize everyday aches and pains. And we know all about Epsom salts at Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are the only hot tubs on the market that can safely and effectively use Epsom salts. Made right here in Indiana, Royal Spa hot tubs are the highest quality hot tubs on the market. Visit any one of our 3 Indianapolis locations or visit royalspa.com.
Ah, Royal Spa.
Guys, listen up. Have you been struggling with ED? If so, we have some great news. There is finally a treatment for ED that requires no pills, no injections, and no surgery. This is the latest medical breakthrough for the treatment of erectile dysfunction. The Indianapolis Men's Clinic is proud to offer the most advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, which has been proven to increase blood flow, reverse ED, and increase size. Stop wasting your time with pills that produce side effects and have little to no results. Medical institutions at Cambridge University and Cleveland Clinic have shown this technology to be safe with no side effects. So if you're looking for a proven solution, call Indianapolis Men's Clinic today. They have performed over 12,000 treatments with outstanding results that can help you too. Call Indianapolis Men's Clinic at 317-999-9000. That's 317-999-9000 or at IndianapolisMen'sClinic.com.
All right, Dan Dakich here every Monday through Thursday here on The Big Show. Race of the Day brought to you by Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino. To enter, go to mine or at 1075 The Fan on Twitter or at Dan Dakich on Twitter. Retweet the tweet that goes out. Around 2 o'clock for your chance to win a VIP pack, $50 for betting, $50 for dining, to Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino. Entrance today at 1 is 1 for the money. How about that? Clay Lingerfeld, 2 even money. That's Teddy Demas. 3 was scratch. Motion to adjourn, Jason Stinson. I think it's Jason Stinson is the 4. 5 horse, Air Painter, Chris Baxter. 6 horse, Whiskey Rivers, Jade. Good luck.
The following is presented by the Indiana Thoroughbred Breed Development Program. From Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino, it's time for the Thoroughbred Horse Race of the Day on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Horseshoe Indianapolis, a heart-pounding destination.
Running at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and there's Eva Money, who strikes out in company with motion to adjourn with an early bid for Deshaun Parker. Whiskey Rivers in third as they enter the first turn, one for the money, and Air Painter has drifted back to last. It's motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn is kicked on to the front, short lead from Even Money with Whiskey Rivers. The gray now launching a bit on the outside as they go to the back of the track. One for the money is running in fourth position and will settle by Rodney Prescott. Air Painter trails the maiden quintet here in the Wednesday opener. The opening quarter was 25.81 seconds at the 5.5. It's motion to adjourn narrowly as Brian Rivera sends Whiskey Rivers up alongside Whiskey Rivers and motion to adjourn. The two battling for this, heading toward the half-mile pole, with Even Money running in third by 3/4 a length. Eddie Perez and one for the money in the red cap running in fourth, and the trailer remains Air Painter with a half-mile to go. It's Whiskey Rivers still dueling for this with motion to adjourn. Through a half mile in 49.83 seconds, they round the far turn. On the outside, Whiskey Rivers narrowly from motion to adjourn will need to fight on, coming toward the quarter pole. And for Ronald Hisby, here's Even Money, who's now picking up on the outside. One for the money, just got a pop of the crop, and Air Painter trails. As they come for home, 3/4, 1 minute 14.66 seconds. A sweeping Even Money into the stretch, into the wind. It's Even Money against the rail, motion to adjourn. 1 furlong to go. Even Money, motion to adjourn. Whiskey Rivers is backed out of it in third. One for the money and Air Painter. They come past the 16th, and it's Even Money. Even Money kept to the task. Even Money in his 16th run. Even Money was second to none. Beats motion to adjourn. Whiskey Rivers third, one for the money and Air Painter.
Just minutes from Indy, off I-74 in Shelbyville. Horseshoe Indianapolis has live thoroughbred and quarter horse racing through November 23rd, thanks in part to the Indiana Thoroughbred Breed Development Program. And keep listening for your chance to win with Horseshoe Indianapolis' Thoroughbred Race of the Day on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
No one should have to endure the trauma of learning you were killed in a car crash because you weren't wearing a seatbelt. Don't risk it, click it, or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Beyond the Bricks with Jake Query and Mike Thompson. Weeknights at 8 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
It's the Dan Dakich Show. 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Teddy Demas, winner today's race of the day, brought to you by Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino. Be sure to tune in Monday through Thursday right here for your chance at a VIP prize pack for $50 in betting and $50 in dining at Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino. Listen to this. Even Money, the horse, what did not pay even money? Hell, it paid 5-1. Paid you $10.60, $5 to place, $4 to show. Motion to adjourn. The 4-horse paid you $4.80 and $4. Whiskey Rivers, the 6, gave you a $4.20 show bet. $2 exact, that paid out nice. $36.20, 50-cent trifecta paid you $48.40. Eddie, I assume we don't have Jimmy's bets today? All right, I'm going to give you one. I said this earlier, and I'll say this now. Adam's World, by the way, I must say this. Adam Lee Pruitt. Coach, I'm calling it now. Super Bowl 2023. It's going to be the Colts versus the Eagles. Matt Ryan goes out. Foles wins it. How about that? Dan, I'll be in awe of whoever has the nuts to protect our schools. I'm with you there, Tim Springer. Tim Springer also chimes in, and I agree with this, not about your wife, but about my wife. I'm in awe of my wife's rack. Now, those are miracles. Come on. Tim, but I agree, man. Lee Ross, holy cow. Anyway, look at Sean Black. I think I've lost my ever-loving mind, Coach, because I have started inquiring about becoming an assistant baseball coach at the local high school I live by. Between parents and this generation of kids, I either need you to support this or talk me off the ledge because it may add 30 years to my life. Great show, Sean Black. Sean Black, you got to do it. Here's why you got to do it. When you get old as me, one thing I have, whether you like me or not, whether I'm a good guy, bad guy, racist, sexist, misogynist, whatever you think I am, I got great stories, man. I do. I got great stories. And Sean, if you go and do that, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have great stories. You got to have stories when you get older. You can't be old and wise if you've never been dumb, young, and stupid. It's one of the great lines in a country song. I love that line. So, look, go be old and stupid. And old and stupid is coaching the clowns, not the clowns themselves, but the parents. Coaching these idiot parents is awful. I mean, ask anybody in the Carmel or Fisher School District. It's awful. It's terrible. You know, it literally is undoable. You can't do it. You just can't. But you go do it so that when you get older, when you get my age and you're hosting a radio show or whatever the hell is going on in the world, that you can have stories. Remember this one time we had this kid, he pulled down his pants and he peed right at second, that kind of stuff. And his mom defended him saying that, well, he's misunderstood. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, back at it tomorrow. Come on out and see us tomorrow. It's Carb Day. John will be out there. I'll be out there. It's going to be a good time. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there, peoples.